Alright, good evening, folks. Cliff here with Foxy Outdoors on another glorious Saturday Live. Let me get squared away here. So I look set up. There we go. Need to change that. There we go. Let's get the actual skin tone color going here. Good evening, Grace. How are you? Good to see you. Hope all is well. Hope you're not freezing. Hope you're doing warm, wonderful things. I don't know where I'm going. Sorry, I'm a little off today. Not get a lot of sleep, so I'm a bit grungy or groggy. I wish I could have said I took a nap, but I didn't. No nap for Fox. But Fox is definitely stuffed. Had very tasty chicken carbonara for dinner, and now I'm snacking on hot Cheetos or hot fries and golden Oreos, as they're called. Apparently, I found lemon Oreos too, which is kind of interesting. So, evening, Colin. How's it going? So yeah, I randomly found lemon flavored Oreos. So I'm gonna see if they're decent. They were on sale. It was like buy three, and they were like $2.99 a piece. Ooh, banana pudding is definitely a qualification for doing wonderful things if you enjoy banana pudding. Also, if you enjoy making banana pudding. Alrighty. Thanks for the heads up, Molly. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better. Because everyone seems to be getting sick all of a sudden. Wonder if it's something in the water. It's a good thing I don't drink a lot of water. Okay, I lie. I drink a ton of water. Ooh, nice. That sounds like fun. Let's see. Yeah, you guys probably would have something like that. Or I don't have stuff like that where I'm at. Like I don't have ruins. I don't have ruins like that around here. We have like stuff from like indigenous people, stuff like that. And it's like an hour and a half from my house. I have we have dinosaur footprints like in rock and stuff, but I don't have cool stuff like forts or things like that around here. Because to be dead honest, that was more of a eastern thing. We didn't really do a lot of didn't get a lot of that over here on the western side or western civilization, I suppose. So yeah, I don't get to see a lot of cool stuff anymore like around here. When I was in Denver, we had a fort uh, fort that they actually turned into a restaurant up in Fort Morgan. So it was like it was both a fort and a restaurant. So like restaurant on one side, and then like you could go check out the fort during the daytime. It was kind of cool. I kind of miss stuff like that, seeing old buildings. Seen a few old castles here and there, when I was in Europe, but only saw like two, maybe three. Still kind of cool though. That's a testament to true engineering. Make everything out of stone and it doesn't go anywhere for a very long time. I mean, some of them castles have been up for hundreds of years, and aside from standard moss and whatnot growing on the side of the building, they'll probably still be there for another 200 years. Most of those castles will probably outlive most of civilization. And then when civilization decides to roll around again, they'll be like, what were these for? Yep, that's one of the big ones was in Luxembourg. Wouldn't an abandoned town in Florida just be, like swamp people gathering spaces? What is this, 1990, what is it, 2024 Harry Potter memes? Bother, bother, bother. If anyone remembers that stupid meme. Back when everybody was firing their lasers. Also, good evening, Rob with 2Bs. 2B or not 2B. If it's not 2B, it's the other Rob. But 2B, it's this Rob. I have not had a chance to. Sadly, I got both of them. He did a live apparently too. So he threw out a video and then did a live. So I have them both. I just haven't had a chance to watch them yet. Because, I was at work. Looking forward to hanging out with him again. Okay, that's what that is. Gotcha. Yeah, I did. Unfortunately, his live popped up while I was at work, so I couldn't really watch it because I was busy doing other things, essentially trying to run the entire store by myself. I had help, but it doesn't really help to have help if your help's not physically in the store. So I did not get a chance to watch his stuff because I was busy working. You know the way it goes. And I do have tonight's beverage. I don't know if I want to do the super powerful beverage or if I'm just going to do my two little ones. And sad to say, it's not sponsored, but y'all know that one. That label right there. Good evening, Rob, with 1B. We got 2Bs and not 2B in here. Why did they stick the labels on after they put stuff in there? So I hope everyone is doing well this Saturday. I was going to try to clean this up, but yeah, I just didn't care. It's not like I'm trying to dress to impress. It's not like I'm trying to win a Nobel Prize or an acceptance speech for something. Ooh, nice. Sounds like fun. Hopefully the ice is still thick enough, because it is getting warmer over here by the day. Like, my whole weekly temperatures are like 70 plus. Nightly temperatures are dropping down into the freaking 30s, though, which is kind of annoying. Colin already put it in a little earlier than because I hadn't quite gotten to that point yet, but he did put the information that we usually have. And I forgot what I was doing. Oh, Tuesday, looks like Wednesday and Thursday are going to be a little chilly for me, but still above 50, so I can tolerate that. And yeah, my lows for the whole rest of the week are, aside from Wednesday, down to 27 and Friday at 32. And everything's kosher. It's going to be warm, warm, and warm. Oof, 80 degrees is already too hot. Yeah, we were hitting like 73 sorry. Shit. Hit like 73 the other day, and I was outside just like dying. I was doing work, but I'm like, I was sweating my brains out. Literally just pulling nails out of boards. Hey, Pappy, how's it going, man? Long time no see. White warmth tonight. 3 more inches. Nice. Total of 8 inches of white warmth. Oh, it is. It is definitely global warming. Just not where we think it is. Everywhere that's supposed to be warm is getting snow, and everywhere that's supposed to be getting snow is warm. It's the stuff is confusing because like down here where I live, we get cold in the wintertime, but we don't get like Canada cold or like New York cold or for that matter Greenland. We get cold, but it's not something that's so drastic that we're all going to die over here. You know what? Screw it. I guess I'll do the big one. I'll chug one of these later. So I'll be right back, folks. I'm going to go put this back in my fridge, and then I will get my regular beverage started for the evening. By the way, for safety of the house and, to keep the RV from possibly being hijacked, I locked the RV. Since you guys insist on sitting in here and leaving the door wide ass open. Yeah, it's fine until somebody freaking pops the ignition and drives off with it. Welcome. Okay, back shortly, temporarily. Well, not as shortly as everybody thought I was at the meetup, so. Which I still think is absolutely funny. Oop, this is not as cold as. Yeah, see, it's not cold in my room anymore. It's like 70 degrees in here. I'm freaking roasting. 2 weeks ago, I was complaining because it was like 65 in here and I was freezing. Which I don't understand. Like, temperature in weather or during the wintertime and summertime makes no damn sense. Hey, Des, how's it going? AKA Nicole. Her actual name, Nicole. I don't know, really put these. I'm going to have to put these in my damn fridge next time because I was not expecting this shit to be hot. Tuesday, VA appointment for Colin's heart. Snow that is wet and sticky, white warmth. Interesting Way to put that. 3 more storms coming. Man, Pappy's got tons of storms going over. I should be off by then. Or are you talking about Rob? With 1B. Looks like either Nicole has squeaked off of work to take a little bit of a pop in here, or Gotcha, Colin. I'm doing all right, I suppose. I am wicked tired. I'm running on about 4 hours of sleep today because I couldn't get to sleep last night. As tired as I was from the night before, could not sleep. So, I don't know. Well, let's get the bevy pour today. Shame I can't ever get Jesse to pop in just to watch the pours. Oh, you're off today. Nice. I got lucky. Nicole's off today. And there's Mrs. Deb. How you doing, Deb? Yeah, nope, understandable. I was about to ask you if that one's any better, but that post answered my question, so... And we are at full pour. My stirring stick of the one remaining brother or sister. The other one's in the case, but I have no idea where the case went. Yeah. See, now this actually looks like a Guinness, in my opinion, because you got that nice, thick, foamy head on there. And that's, to be honest, that's about the same color as a Guinness. Got that nice, dark amber hue. Cool. So, Rob and Colin are now back in contact with each other on the book de Face. The Face de Book. The Face de Book. We got 11 peoples in here. Someone else was going live today, and I don't remember who. It was either Belt Loop or YTP, or who else was on there last night? Cancel alarm. I forgot to respond back to the comments. No, it was from Dez's channel last night while I was on there. She went late. She was trying to leave, and everyone wouldn't let her. Poor girl. Oh, gone so long. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, who was supposed to be going live today? Oh, well. I probably don't have him. Everybody missed Dez. You have to do it on the YouTube side there, Dez, because you cannot do it on the StreamYard side. Devil Dog, that was the other one. Yeah, okay, so it was Devil Dog. So I knew one of them was supposed to go live today. That's usually why Dez doesn't, the other Dez, Peaceful Dez, doesn't stay long on here because she's usually back and forth between lives, which doesn't bother me none. I'm not forcing anyone to stay here. If you do stay here, sweet, more power to everybody. I look dead. I look beat. Worked all day Wednesday, worked all day Thursday, went to work, worked Friday, worked today, and I got to work tomorrow, and I am not looking forward to tomorrow. I am not. Have to deal with both stupid football and a concert. Just a little one. Although this one's kind of heavy, so I think I got like 2 cards in here. paste beads. That's not a sound that normally my bags normally make. There's usually one bead in here. I'm waiting for Jason to pop in so we can get there. Oh, what happened? Everybody's leaving. I would like to at least unbox this with 10 plus people in here. I don't know. It's got to be like some sort of like ranger bead, or if it's a mini abacus, I'd be laughing because I haven't seen or used one of those in forever. And to be dead honest, I don't know how to use an abacus anymore. You are the Eagles, Deb, or the Chiefs? I'm assuming the Eagles. Although I hate to I have an odd feeling that the Chiefs are going to win. Yeah, I feel sorry for me too. I am not a big football person, and basically tomorrow's just going to be the volume in the building louder than heck, and I won't be able to hear my phones or my customers. Well, if the Chiefs win, they'll be the only team that's won a three-peat back to back to back. No, not really. I would be excited, Grace, except for the fact that it's going to be just another day of rambunctious, obnoxious, annoying drunks. And half of them are going to be there just watching the game and have no actual, benefit of either team being there because we have a very small running of Eagles fans. It's like 15 people. Same with the Chiefs. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Oh, so Deb is a Chiefs fan. Okay, so Deb's team's probably going to win then. Sorry, Rob. Love you, brother, but I have an odd feeling that the Chiefs are going to win. I'll wait till later for the headlines to see how bad the halftime show was. Because in all honesty, I think after 2015, all the Super Bowls, like the halftime shows, just became shit. Like, what was it, 2017, 2017 with the nip slip? Yeah, that one was an interesting one. Oh, I hate Taylor Swift too. I'm not a Swiftie. When I was a younger gentleman, I used to watch the halftime shows because the halftime shows, some of them were funny and clever. Nowadays, it's like a drunk toddler is just pushing buttons on the keyboard and they're just going to whatever pops up. Rob. Oh, Rob. Oh, Rob. Rob's team still got absolutely spanked by the Bills. I'm just going to say that. Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about football yesterday on the Peaceful Dez's live stream. Yep, I agreed. I agree with you 100%, Deb. The halftime shows they are not as creative as they used to be. Yes, agreed, Rob. That's what I'm saying. Back like 2010, 2000, like after 2015, they just those halftime shows just got. I want to say they got too commercialized, but uh, again, I really only used to just watch. I mean, that was back when they had some of the best Dorito commercials, like some of the best Doritos commercials. Nowadays, everything is just like, oh, here's a 30-second ad for something that nobody wants. Here's another 30-second ad for something that nobody wants. Oh, wait, did you know that there's an app for that? Everyone fucks off for mine for 30 minutes exactly. I could go for. Oh wait, I'm drinking, so I don't need any. I've got my closest thing to a pint here. You need to show me? Is it like life or death that you gotta show me? Like if you don't show me, perhaps are both of your legs gonna fall off? Like is the neighbor's dog gonna come over and like proclaim your fallen off legs as their new hind legs? So now you got a half dog human collar leg hybrid thingamajig that's chasing you around the house like right, Grace? Oh, that would suck. I feel like I'm too high. There we go. Half an inch or inch. Who? Ooh. I think I've seen those before. But I also might be thinking of cheese curds. Speaking of which, I have got to find my freaking poutine gravy mix. I have it somewhere, and I don't know where it is. I do know it's on the front side of my bed. To hell with you, camera. Whose music? Single B Rob, what are you talking about? Who's him? His music is full of the N word. Whose music are you? See, I don't even know who's in the halftime show. Like, I just have not been paying attention. I've been trying to put it out of sight, out of mind. I'm also at the point where I'm completely just disassociating myself with Mondays while I'm at work, and I'm being an ass. And I know I shouldn't be, but at the same time, I'm just sick and tired of people being stupid. Who the f is Kendrick Lamar? Name sounds familiar. Name sort of sounds familiar. Ah. Yeah, again, that's me personally. I would love to see everybody just rip on the U.S. government for the halftime show. I think that would be swell. But that's just me. Well, it doesn't look like we're getting anywhere near higher on the bandwidth of people watching. I know not where Jason is at. Molly said he would be around eventually. So I'm assuming he's either eating or dealing with a rambunctious child or pest control, maybe. I don't know. Ha! That's funny, Rob. Yeah, roast the government. Ugh. All right, well, the heck with this. I'm going to get into this. So I've got 8 people here. If you miss it, you miss it. Tough shit. So my usual monthly. I got something nifty in here. Now, see, that's what was rattling. What the heck? I have a random dot and a packing peanut. And it's like the 3rd one of these cards I got. Once again, lockpick. Mini lockpick kits. This is the supposedly the dog tag style version. Pretty neat little item to have. And they are getting thicker with these, man. This is that's a thick piece. That's heavy. I think no, it's I'm going. I'm good. What the hell? Ooh, this is new. Jesus Christ, that thing is thick. That's thicker than a Snicker. Jesus, holy Moses. I don't know if this is an original one or if this is a new one. Yeah, check this sucker out. Hunting and fishing snare card. So you got 6 little hook trigger hooks on this side. So you can do for like trigger snares. You got 4 heavy duty like spearheads, and I do mean heavy duty. And then you have a serrated style piece on top, which it looks like you have to actually, you can do with the one with the holes, it looks like you can actually put like a bowstring on there, make like an actual little mini saw. And then it looks like it still have the option of actually using the physical top of the card itself as a secondary saw. Yeah, so you actually, technically with this one, it looks like you theoretically get 2 saws. Well, I guess not theoretically. I mean, you really do get 2 saws with that. You get the top one with the 2 holes that you can put in between something or make like a little tiny bow saw or buck saw. And then you get the top of the card itself. But yeah, I mean, dude, that thing is thick. Like, that is heavy. Like, stupid heavy. Well, okay, not stupid heavy, but it is heavy. Slight magnetic properties to it, so it is a little bit ferrous. Same with the little mini dog tag. A little bit of ferrous in there. But yeah, I kind of like that one. I might actually end up with that one in my wallet. I just noticed that the 2 of the spears are not 100% even. So the 2 spears in the middle, the ones right here in the middle that form the diamond, those are symmetrical. The 2, this one here and this one here, are actually not symmetrical. You can actually just look at that. So the bottom one looks symmetrical. The bottom one looks like a little ghost who's like startled. And this one up here looks weird and looks like a pigeon or a chihuahua staring at you. Same with that one. But those ones are not asymmetrical. Or they might be, and it's just because of the way they're sitting in here. But I don't think they are. Yeah, no, they're not symmetrical, because if you look at the corners, so the corner here and the corner on this side, those are 90-degree corners. Like straight up 90 degrees. And then when you look at the inset corner, that is not 90. It might be 90 degrees, but it's a 90-degree offset. So I don't actually think that's 90 degrees. Yeah, that's what they are. They're arrowheads. Yeah, those are all arrowheads. It's 4 arrowheads and then 3 triggers, 6 snare triggers, and then a saw. And this was the to land-based food procurement. Each of the G-shaped sections marked with snare triggers can be interlocked in an L7 shape to hold down spring pulls. Yeah, you can do 6 spring pulls without even doing that, without taking too much. So that's actually not too bad. So I got, again, another lockpick and a very heavy-duty spear set, or land food procurement. And then the usual how to start your car on fire method. And looks like the other one is, hey, there's a good use. That's probably one of the most useful ones in here. Figure 4 spring snare. That is an interesting way to do a single stick figure 4 trap. Don't know how well that would work. I have a lot of. I can actually try. I can try this one out if you guys would like. I have some semi-wet wood still. Hopefully, it's still semi-wet. And then, as always, I get one of these little things. I have so many of these. I need to just glue them all together and just make like a little cordage wrap. That's what I feel like these are for. All in all, I can't complain too much about that one. I actually kind of like that one. That was a good one. There's all that. I'll be blurry for a bit. And then the usual, lockpick dog kit. And then the tips card and the hunting and trapping card. So the hunting and trapping card's officially roughly $20. Lockpick dog tag kit, $9.50. And then each one of the tool tip cards is $1.85. So like $33, $34 roughly is what you're getting for $20. Make my micarta block out of them. I don't know if those would actually be good enough to make a micarta block out of there. I have dozens of them, but I think when I was cleaning a couple of months back, I think I tossed them all, so I don't know if I have any left. I think I only have like 1 or 2 left. So I have that one, and I think I might have a couple more stashed back here somewhere. Come on, camera. Kind of slightly focus, please. Walmart survival show with pocket cards. Surprisingly, the survival cards that they have at like Walmart, they actually have some good. They're good information. I don't have necessarily an area where it would be beneficial for me to use the survival cards. I know a few channels that have used them and have actually caught stuff with them. I could make like little mini arrows or like little mini spears with some bamboo that I have. That would be interesting. Ooh, I wonder if you had a spring pull, if you could use the arrowheads or the arrowheads or spear points as like a fish rake. Now that would be interesting. I wonder if a fish would be able to get out of that. That would be a trip. Somehow get like the 2 arrowheads, one facing vertical, one facing horizontal, set them about 2 inches apart on a Y spring pole, that you could just stick in the water and then you pull something out and it springs closed on the fish. Kind of similar to like a conibear trap or something like that, but for fish with a spear points. That'd be kind of interesting. Rob, it is highly possible that those actually could. Some of those, I mean, those cards are thick. They're not thin. They don't bend easy. They will bend, mind you, with enough force. But I would, pennies on the dollar, I would probably say, yeah, you could probably spear an aardvark with them. I'm not going to get like full penetration because you still have to have whatever material holding them on. So you're going to need a fairly wide stick lashed on there pretty tightly. And you would have to file down at least a point on the stick. So it would, you have a low profile. But, I mean, again, those look like they're about an inch and a half, maybe. Yep, inch and a half. So, I mean, it could be done. It could be done. Still trying to see. I gotta take these off there. No, that is definitely offset. I gotta see how those things are even held on her, man. Like, I'm trying to look at the saw because I know the backer that it's on is just glue. It's like a sticky backer. Oh, no, could be good for something. One thing I do recommend, though, when using these things, because they laser cut these, them corners are sharp. Like, you're talking like 90-degree spine sharp. And if you don't believe me, I know I have one that's already scraped. Where's it at? I have like 6 of these damn things in here. Where are they all at? Gosh, shit. I'm about to drop stuff. Hold on. I got like 4 ferro rods in this one box, and I can't find either of them. Oh, that one's falling apart still. Okay, that's the one I'm looking for. Well, kind of, sort of. Sorry, I'm trying to get a ferro rod out of here so I can show you how sharp the spines are. All of the stuff I have in this box, I can't find a single good ferro rod. Well, I guess I'll have to use this one. Oh, you know what? I got the one over here on my wall. I got a ferro rod over here. Duh. I got my big one. So let me get that out of the way. Evening, CR. How's it going? You missed the unboxing? So we are going to pop this sucker out. Hell no, we're going to... Oop, I just ripped the bag. Because these things are always stuck in here. Every time. Couldn't I get that out? Yeah, that is hefty. Like, I don't know if you guys can see how thick that is. That's a good couple of millimeters easy. But yeah, just to show you guys. Ooh. Well, apparently looks like I can only do... Ah, nope. Oh, that one got good on there. So yeah. So good 90-degree spine on there if you want to oh, that's why it wouldn't go off, peel off. These are also not the easiest to pull off sometimes. Just so you guys can see that I'm not BSing on this. That's actually fairly aggressive. The little teeth on there. I would say that's up there with like a wood saw for like a sawzall. Just trying to focus on both this and my fat head. There you go. So yeah, there you get that saw and then the top saw on that one. It's actually not bad. And then as always, you can always peel this white backer or white adhesive backer off and you can actually permanently adhere that to something. Hey, Tuck, how's it going? And also, how's it going, Jason? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. What is going on here in the chat? Nice. All righty. Sweet, Tuck. So we'll get this guy back in here, and this one's actually going to be one of the easiest ones to line up. You just stick the teeth back in there, and pretty much done. See, look, already back on there. And the lovely thing with the way Grimm's designed these is that when they get dirty, you just wash them off, and they become sticky again. And I actually tore my package trying to get this thing out of there. Actually ripped it open. Good thing I have a whole bunch of these sleeves. But truth be told, I really don't like... I just ripped it the rest of the way. Sliced it right open. Well, I guess that one's going to be a loose one. I'll go in with the rest of the pile of loose ones, which is over here in the corner. Bam. Done. But yeah, there you had it. Nice ferro rod, and it struck it. So those survival cards can be used for not only surviving, also starting a fire. Let's go back here. Yes, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that thumbs up. Let YouTube know you enjoy my content. Because I would very much like to get to 600, but also like to get to 1,000 this year. 2 years I've been stuck at 500. I would like to get somewhere. So please help me out, folks. Help me out. Help me out. And we are missing our resident redhead. Yeah, I'm getting somewhere finally. It's only taken forever. You know, the last couple of days I've had, or the last couple of weeks, I've had a few here and there. I was 580 last week, I believe. Really, camera? Why? Why? Why must you do this to me? I'm not drunk, you're drunk. Camera. Camera. Thank you. I'm going to kill you, Rob. Kill Rob. I don't have a lot of dead channels on here because if I did, I'd have a lot more subs. YouTube does that every quarter. They purge people. Right there. You did it right there, Rob. Rob with 74 Bs. Oh, I wish I had 174 Bs. Might actually be enough to start a colony. Assuming I can get a split from a queen. Too many things to think about. I really wish I had some good see, now this is exactly what I would do with 10 acres. Bees and a shitload of chickens. It's $8.47 for a flat of eggs. Or sorry, a carton, 18 eggs is like $9. It's like $6 for a 12 pack. And it's like $28 for a flat. In my location, we're only limited to 2 cartons per customer. I almost wonder what would happen if I actually took some of them eggs and tried to incubate them. If it would work, or if it because they were in freezer or fridge storage too long, if that the embryo was neutralized or sterilized. Yes, I know. I hadn't quite gotten to that point yet. Right? Which means that the price per freeze-dried chicken is going to go through the roof per can now. Organic eggs are the same damn thing as regular eggs. They just throw the organic label on there so they can charge the consumer more money. It's like a 40 to 60% upcharge just having the word organic on there. People are like, I'm sorry, if you fall for the organic label and are dumb enough to pay the extra money, that's on you. Like, I'm 100% sorry, but that is straight up on you. I don't buy anything that says organic because I know better. We don't have a lot of farmers markets down here. I don't live in farm country, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to talk with my neighbor more in the corner over there and see if we can work something out for eggs, or go buy him some chickens and he can have them, grow them over there and raise them and split the chickens. I don't know. Technically, Jason, chicken feed are like fireplace pellets. It's a blend of all kinds of random stuff, and it's similar to like cat food and dog food. I'm pretty sure there's grass mixed in with some of the food for nutritional balance, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Free range means they just wandered around a little bit versus organic, which is warehouse fed. Yeah, exactly. Because organic is BS. Organic is a scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme market, or whatever you want to call it. It's a load of BS. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. The sad part is I talked to my parents about that, and they did not say no. The only response they had was, make sure you have an area for them first. I can work on that. No. More like, yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, no, no eggs. I just want chicken so I can get free eggs. And I know that a fresh egg from a chicken is way different than the stuff you get at the store. which is still the same stuff, but the stuff you get in stores is cleaned, technically coated with something so they don't dry out or die. So it basically keeps the shell from oxygenating the internal yolk, so it doesn't dry your egg out. Versus, fresh right out of the chicken's behind. The only thing you got to do is kind of wipe off the fecal matter or poo, and then do it that way. I would almost say a warm sand bath would probably be the best way to clean all that stuff off. And then you just run hot water over your sand and kind of wash your sand. I don't know. There could be a lot of things to do with eggs, but yeah, a fresh egg is way different than what you get in the store or what you pull out of your refrigerator, because that stuff's been sitting there for probably a couple of weeks already. Yeah, standard housing plot. But see, again, once you start doing that, you start getting into chicken math. And I know far too many homesteaders, gardeners, YouTubers that do stuff like this, that chicken math and rabbit math are the same things. So you start off with 3 or 4 or 5, and then the next thing you know, you have 30. But I think for a family of 4, I think 6 chickens is more than enough. Because you're going to have 5 layers and 1 rooster. Basically, the rooster to protect and, if necessary, do what it has to do. And then you can still get a, continued supply of free chicks. You just got to throw some in the incubator or let one of your females get broody and just sit there and roost and do what she needs to do with the eggs. So you get a couple of hatchlings. So could go that route. I'm by no means a chicken expert, so take what I say with a grain of salt, a shot of tequila, and a slice of lemon. Yeah, because you don't need a lot of chickens, because they're going to lay. You're going to wake up in the morning and they're going to lay. On average, if you can get a chicken to lay an egg every day, 3 to 4 chickens, that's 3 to 4 eggs every day, give or take. Possibly more if your chicken is willing. You could get 2 to 3 off of each chicken every day. That's 14 plus eggs, 21 eggs. I don't know how you want to do it. 4 or 5 chickens, that's 12 eggs a day. I mean, after a couple of days, you're going to have a stockpile of eggs. And 1 sitting duck. Yeah, like I said, the store-bought ones, everything over there, it's all sanitized and cleaned in the factories when they run that stuff. So I don't know what I'm going to do, honestly. Still looking into that piece of property me and Jason were talking about a week ago. I'm really considering that one. Because, I wish it was a little closer. I really do. It's like an hour and a half from my house. That's a long drive. That's a 3-hour drive there and back. That's a good portion of a day, just driving. And I'm out in the middle, and that thing's out in the middle of nowhere, so I can't leave any equipment on there because it may or may not grow legs. And I'd rather not lose all my stuff if it grows. And on top of that, if I did have that property, I think I would kind of want to permanently be on the property so I can do stuff. without having to worry about things, again, growing legs. So, I don't know. I need more money. I want more money. I would like to buy 10 acres of land. Relatively close. 30 to 45 minutes, max an hour would be nice. Because then, it's not a long commute. But even an hour away is still far. Like, that can be anywhere between 60 to like 90 miles in an hour, depending on how fast your ass drives. At 10 miles an hour, that's 10 miles in an hour. That's basically the outskirts or like the city limits. Ah, gotcha. See that? Okay. I always thought they put something on there to keep them from going bad. I guess that's why you can have eggs in your refrigerator up to like a month or so, but you have to like turn them. And I really don't know if I would want ducks. Ducks are messy. Ducks and geese are like stupid messy when it comes to having them as farm animals. Because your chicken is not going to go shit in its swimming water. Not going to drag leaves in there. Ain't going to drag dirt in there. Tuck, about an hour from my house, I actually found property about 5 acres for like 10 grand. Super, super cheap, but there's absolutely nothing on it. It does have access to power, but I would have to pay to get a pole put in and a transformer, which would probably cost me another $3,000 to $5,000. So $15,000 roughly to get electric out there, and that has no water. I would have to transport water in. Get a donkey. Get a donkey for predators. That way you can go out there every time you go out there. You can slap your donkey and literally tell everybody, "Yeah, I'm smacking ass every day." Ah, damn, that sucks. Well, see, that's what I hate about land. There'll be nothing on land, but it gets more and more expensive. I'm like, why? There's nothing on it. Really? Rob, are you pulling my leg on that one, or can you literally not have less than one donkey on a property? God, if I win the lottery, I'm buying a lot of acreage. I think what do you guys think? If I won the lottery and it was a huge sum, what do you think should be the minimum amount of property I should buy? That's sad. Hey, what up, Dan? Dan the man, Herbert T Outdoors. H2O or HTO. I can see pretty goddamn far, especially if I'm standing on a hill. 500? That's what I was figuring. 500 acres myself. And if I could section that out in like sectors of 10, just 10 square acres. I could get 50 of those and just section them off. And throughout the seasons, if I don't want acreage, I can be like, "Hey, this acreage is up for sale, $3,000 an acre," or whatever. If I had money, I would buy acreage. I would also see how many of you could convince to move down here and actually live on the property. Might even be willing to, those that are considering moving or would consider moving, I'd be willing to gift. I would probably be willing to gift 1 to 2 acres under your name, legally owned. Because, who would not want to just randomly move somewhere and get free land, like 2 free acres of land? Oh yeah, Mandy would definitely be coming over here if I had the money for it. Yep. I'd actually kind of thought about that for the 5-acre property that I have. It's building one road up the side of it, like the side of the property, and then 5 long rows, like split. So it'd be kind of like Mallory's old property, where it's very narrow but extremely long. And I would do that and just have 5 different little mini properties. Because it'd be kind of interesting. Mallory, hey! Speak of the devil, man, that's got to be the fastest summons I have ever seen. She popped up here faster than Steve used to. How you doing, Mallory? How's it going? Good to see you. Ooh, you know what? Shit. Let me get this up here. Give me a second, folks. I just realized I do not have my YouTube chat popped up here. And thank you as always, YouTube. Hey! Silhouette Park Farm popped a new video out on their new property. Nice. Because I sold their big farm and now they're up on a new one. Where am I at? There we go. Why is my new live way the hell down at the bottom? Mute! Sucker! Hey, I said paste, you fart slapper. Hey, you're still out there ice fishing, Mal? Or did you go on another trip?
Oh, sure. Hi, Mallory. Hi, Dan. Hi, Colin. Hi, CR. Hi, Rob. Dirk. Rob. Grace. Molly. Whoever else is in the chat.
Mal, I'm assuming since you're out there ice fishing, you don't have the girls this week? That's a new ice fishing trip. Gotcha. Squeak that toy one more fucking time. That short was hilarious. That guy's dog was driving him nuts with a squeaky toy.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh, he's got like the foot in his mouth. One more time.
Yeah, he had one of those like a duck with a squeaker in it, and he was standing by the door, and it was like a beagle or something like that. And he's all, I swear to God, if you squeak that toy one more damn time, and the dog goes, and you just see him run after the dog. Yeah, you got orange dude and yellow dude up here, and then we got green dude in the bottom.
I got red on today.
Oh, it's red?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not green. It's actually black.
Hey, Cecilia, how's it going?
Hey, Cecilia.
Red.
Oh, Cliff, when I was telling you something about I found today, you're going to laugh at me.
Cheese balls?
I know, I'm blinded too.
Well, that was Jenny who found that. Okay. You know about this one?
Yeah.
And I bought another one.
Did you find another random one at a garage sale?
Nope.
Hello, Cecilia.
All the ones I lost.
Where's Dan at?
Right there.
The only thing I really did get new, this is what Ian found for me.
Look who decided to pop up.
Hello.
Long time no see.
How you guys doing?
Nice.
Doing
Like,
good, how are
everybody who's not been on for a while is coming back. Tyler is coming back. So
Yeah, I haven't watched this video yet.
I have both of them. There's two of them.
Yeah.
I talked to him a few weeks ago. I know that he went through a lot of changes, and I hope he's coming back, man.
It'd be nice to see him again,
Yeah, definitely.
especially since he's closer to me
Yeah, of course.
and Rob.
Yeah. I'm here with Kevin.
What up? How's it going?
Hello.
Good, you?
Doing well.
Yeah.
How's the fishing?
We've caught a few fish, a little flounder, and I don't know what sebaste is called in English, but they're little redfish, and they're everywhere. But we're fishing for halibut, but nothing so
fishing
far.
for
They
halibut?
caught. There's 2 halibut that got caught today, but not us.
2 cod over 10 pounds.
That means you're on the saltwater then.
Yeah,
If they're catching
there's salt-
flounder, they're going to be saltwater.
Yeah, there's salt water on the bottom, and then it's fresher on the top. It's like the bay. It's a cool place.
I got one major question for you, Mel.
Yeah.
No box wine?
No, but I actually have. It's not box wine, but it's wine in this bottle.
Snoop Dogg.
There you
wine.
go.
Let me show you.
No box wine, but wine nonetheless. Ooh.
But
Is that
brand-
Snoop Dogg?
That's
Yeah,
Snoop
I
Dogg.
Goddamn Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
They sell that at my warehouse.
It's really good.
That's funny. She
I
out
bought
there
it in
fishing with Snoop.
California. I was like, I'm gonna save it for a special occasion. And I'm like, well,
They sell
this
this
is
at my
special
warehouse.
enough.
So that's going to be interesting.
Nice.
You gotta be careful with this because it's just like box wine. You're drinking it directly from the source.
Yeah, you
Right. Except it's not been fermenting for like 6 weeks on your shelf.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about ready to say that's a big sippy cup.
Yeah.
Well, that essentially is what it is.
Hey, CR. Hey, Cecilia. Hey, Grace. Hey, Cornfed. Hey, everybody.
Okay, I don't know if Dez is still on here. You missed Dez by about 20 minutes.
No, we were talking with her over on Devil Dogs.
She was here.
Oh, Nicole's over there too?
No,
All right,
other
let me show you guys outside.
Desiree was here, Jason.
Yes. I was talking with her when she was over on Devil Dogs channel.
Oh, I thought she wasn't. Okay.
I'm gonna unplug my phone and show you guys outside. Can I switch my camera around?
Like
Camera.
everybody's coming back this year. We had Nicole back. We got Mal
Yeah, if
back.
only we could get Johnny. I haven't heard nor heard from Johnny in months.
Neither have
He
I.
commented on one of my latest videos, but I haven't heard from him in a while too.
Which one was the
He's the
latest
next
one? The
person.
last time you went fishing?
No, the review, the battery review.
Yeah, that's right.
How in the world do I switch my camera around on this?
StreamYard, it's oh god, I gotta remember. It's
Settings.
yeah, part of the weird settings one, and then there's a little weird twisty arrow thing.
okay.
The cogs.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right,
Nice
I almost I was plugged in the
Big
battery, but I almost
Just
have
do me a favor, don't drop your phone down the hole.
No.
700 feet.
Yeah, it's
The amount of
750
times I have seen ice fishermen drop their phone like off their lap right down the fishing hole, and you're just like, well, that's gone.
They've dropped more than that.
Someone caught a gallon of milk the other day.
Oh, that wasn't caught. That was placed in there to keep it cold.
Do you
All right,
see
later,
that?
Rob. Have a good one.
Be well, Rob. I'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Later, Rob.
You guys see that?
Did you walk that far in that short amount of time?
Yeah, I went outside. Look at all those lights are all people ice fishing at night. That's our campus.
Dang.
But there are like
That's
a whole
crazy.
bunch of people. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like hardly no lights because everybody closes up their windows at night. But there's the icebreaker right there. That's the icebreaker. It's pretty cool.
So how you guys keeping warm out there?
It's an ice tent. They got a little buddy heater in there probably.
Yeah, here, look, I'm going into the tent right now. And we have 2 beds.
Oh yeah, they've got the directional propane heater in there.
Oh, yeah.
Thing's totally
Oh,
warm.
Yeah,
Oh, they got
Kevin's got
those mats like I was
all
talking about. Those are those mats I was looking for my tent.
Yeah, we got like these. Well, he got these 4x8 mats that are like just. There's 2 of them, and then they have the little squares here. Yeah, Kevin's got it going on.
Yeah. Got a cooking spot.
Yeah, it's a cooking spot.
The battery.
We got our holes here
Still too cold.
and the sonar.
So we're looking about what's that? What's the thickness on that ice? Looks like about 6-8 inches.
Oh, it's like 15 inches.
No, it's
15. Damn.
I think he said it was 15. He measured it was 15. Here, let me put this camera. There you go.
Yeah,
I
you
need to plug in
definitely
my
ain't
phone.
falling through that.
No. Get out of my settings. There you go. Am I by myself on the screen?
Say what?
I only see me on the screen.
Yeah, that's because I made you large while you were outside.
Oh, okay. I was like, why do I see my big fat face?
CR wants to know if it was a manual or gas auger that you used for those holes.
No, it's a battery like a drill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Makita brushless drill with a 8-inch auger on it. It's got like an adapter on it.
Just
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not really been biting for a little while, so it's been like the tide is coming back up and then it's gonna go back down and then that's where the fish are active, and I'm learning a bunch. It's fun.
Now the biggest thing you've learned is to not drop your phone down the hole.
Yeah. Well, I haven't. It's not happened yet, so hopefully it'll never happen.
Molly says, thanks for showing the setup. She's never seen that before.
Oh, you're welcome, Molly. You're very welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I've
figured
seen a
I'd hop
few.
on. What?
I was gonna say I've seen a few ice fishing setups here and there throughout the years of watching YouTube.
Yeah, that's
It depends on the setup you have on there.
Oh yeah.
I've seen dudes wake up in the morning after like a night of having the heater on and they're like 4 inches of water just swimming around in there. I'm like, y'all morons got that way too hot. Way too hot.
We had that on New Year's. We like the second day, and there was a lot of water. Like we would catch the fish, put them in on the side of the tent, and they would just swim back into the hole. I'm like, shit. Yeah, if you're in the same spot for a long time and it's literally warm outside, then yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, you'll sink in your wherever your encampment is or enclosure heats up the ice and yeah, you start sinking little by little.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna happen this weekend. I guess it's really cold outside. It was like minus 20 something yesterday with huge winds. It was crazy.
too cold.
Well, nice and cozy in here.
Well, yeah, because you've got that freaking directional 5-pound propane heater on there.
And an insulated tent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you've also got those floor mats. I think like a 1 1/4 inch or 1 inch thick foam rubber mat.
You're like 3/4.
That's what I was thinking about when I was going to use for mine, something like that.
Yeah, they're thick. Oh, you can find those at Harbor Freight sells them, and then so does Tractor Supply.
Yeah, but I got to have my tent up and measure it, see how many I need first. Because mine's not that big.
Buy like 8 of them and go from there. Those things are usually cheap. If I'm not, they sell them in packs of 4 at Tractor Supply.
Yeah, I've got
And
a small clam.
they're like the 18 or 24-inch squares.
Ooh, we're done the
You can't
set.
do anything there, Rob, because it's always illegal.
These are 2 feet by 2 feet, 1 inch thick. You can see.
So a 24 or 25 inch by 25 inch.
All right, Rob, I'll bite. Why is it illegal?
Ice fishing is illegal over there?
Yep.
Rob is. Everything's illegal.
Rob's in the UK. Everything's illegal. You fart
Oh.
outside, you get arrested.
Maybe because the ice doesn't get thick enough? It's too dangerous? I don't know.
Rob always throws weird, random stuff at us, and we're just like, seriously?
Oh, really? Where's my
We're
wine?
waiting to hear the answer now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
okay.
kidding.
Wait a minute.
We're on the edge of our seats.
Are you on the edge of your seat, or are you on the edge of a cot?
The cot.
On my cot.
Oh my God, Rob, that sounds like the freaking
But California,
my God, the waterways for the narrow boats, all the
they're
They're
canals.
owned by government agency or private landowners who still don't
Yeah.
have full access to their waters. Wow.
that sounds exactly like the canals for the longboats.
Dang.
It's sad to say that actually does not shock me.
No, it doesn't shock me at all.
Yeah.
It says no single donkeys. What if you have a pair?
Yes, according to Rob, you're supposed to have a pair of donkeys in the intro.
So one doesn't get lonely.
Yeah, apparently donkeys get lonely and depressed and whatever. And
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
I'll scroll. I'll put that back on the thing so we can find
Are you
it.
still required to shoot every Sunday though? That's the question for Rob, because that was a English law for a very long time. I'm not sure if it's still in the books.
At this rate, they're gonna make crime illegal.
God, that would be nice.
Yeah, it would be.
Wait,
Make crime illegal.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna hop off. I just wanted to hop on and say hi, but I need to get back to fishing and put some bait back on my line.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for popping up, Mel. It was great to see
Yeah.
you. You
Good
know
luck with
where to
the
reach
fishing.
me, so
What'd you say?
I'll let this guy go first.
I didn't say anything.
That was me.
Colin.
Good luck with the fishing.
Oh, thank you.
And then,
Thank
as
you very
always, thanks for popping up. Hope
Yep.
you guys catch a good amount of food to eat. And then, as always, Mel, if you need to get a hold of me, you know where to get, you know how to reach me and where I'm at. So
I do.
I will see you. Be well, be safe, take care, and enjoy the rest of your night.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Rob, it'll be a sad day when they make drinking at the pub alone illegal.
Drinking while depressed illegal.
It's on the books. No.
I would not put it past him. I would not put it past him. And to answer Cecilia's question, which I know she's inevitably going to ask me, I had chicken carbonara for dinner. Took me like 7 minutes to make it. Well, 10 because I really wasn't paying attention.
Oh, the dinner was good. Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
I've only eaten once today, and you guys wouldn't believe what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Pizza?
Not
Nope.
far to make that food.
Was it a hot dog?
Nope.
Steak?
Make it
Nope.
easy.
Chicken?
Nope.
Grilled cheese?
Nope.
Pizza?
Pizza.
No, not pizza.
We
We
had
believe
pizza.
a little bit of green beans because I don't think my stomach can handle it. I haven't been able to eat all day. I'm hungry, but my stomach, my medication won't let me eat.
Rob, that's illegal damn near everywhere. You can't own a house and make money selling liquor to get people drunk.
What if you trade it for tickets? Just buy the tickets separately.
Now, when I was a young adult, 20 to 30, between my 20s and 30s, people used to throw house parties, and the entry fee was usually around $5. So the host would make a little bit of money, only because they're usually the ones providing the liquor for the party. But that was also, when you could get one of these for like $11.99. Like this bottle used to be cheap when I was a kid, like when I was a teenager, or when I was like first in my 20s. These things were cheap as dirt. $10.99, $11.99, sometimes $8.99 depending on the liquor store and if they were running a sale, or if you knew the owner of the liquor store. I did not know that. I was unaware that that's actually what pub stood for.
I never knew that either. I thought it was a pub or tavern, usually.
Or usually a tavern, but I did not know pub was actually short for public house.
Hey, Daz.
Dez, how's it going?
Yes.
I'm assuming Devil Dog's live is over?
Oh yeah. Because Gary went live.
Ah,
He's only live for about an hour.
so he's a zombie the rest of the time? Quick question, Jason, are you partaking tonight, or are you staying on the water side or coffee side?
Coffee.
Gotcha.
I'm
Yeah,
up
Gary,
for,
popping in and out.
no.
Appreciate the love there, Des, for popping in tonight. Gotcha. No worries. Yeah, I felt sorry for you yesterday. You kept trying to leave, and everyone was like, no, you can't stay. I'm having another drink. And at least finish this one. Poor Des was up there for like another almost 2 hours.
Oh wow.
He would not let her go to sleep.
Oh no, I had to. I was tired.
Poor girl was dying yesterday. Yeah, but you can still get a little bit of the
Relaxation.
spiked beverage at a tavern. Usually, most of the time, they're just going to sell like pints of beer.
What you call it, legal anesthetic?
Yep. 5.5 hours for Des yesterday. They were trying to get her to do 6, but she was she was dying. It's sad that I actually understand all the stuff Rob's saying.
Me too.
Over here, we call it an Airbnb.
Yeah, but Airbnbs come with a lot of freaking stipulations.
Oh, I know.
And if you're not careful, they come with hidden cameras.
Well, that's mainly to ensure the safety of the property, and they will tell you on the listing for the Airbnb, like we got security cameras in place.
Oh, I'm not talking about the legal ones that are notified about. I'm talking about the illegal hidden ones.
That's for the sketchy Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Because some guys found one right behind the mirror in the bathroom.
Yeah, two-way mirrors. But yeah, see, that's the thing though. An honest Airbnb owner is going to have them in all of the public areas. It will not be in the bathroom and it will not be in the bedroom, but it'll be in the living room, dining room, the kitchen,
The front porch, back porch.
front hallway, porch, back of the house, side of the house, front of the house. Just to cover all their bases because they don't want to get whacked for
Damages.
doing certain dirty deeds.
Yeah, I've seen ones that where they offer a hot tub, they have a camera out there, which is not technically allowed.
It depends on the stipulations for that, but at the same time, they don't particularly want their renters to be out there doing things that they're not supposed to be doing in the hot tub.
Yeah.
Like, per your rental agreement, if you're out there, a lot of these guys with hot tubs, they'll be like, look, no alcohol or any nefarious substances in the hot tub.
Now, some people go clothing optional is what I was talking about.
Well, clothing optional is up to them, but they are technically required by contract to notify the, when people are renting them, that they do have cameras in specific locations.
Oh, that's that's a legal thing. But
So-
it's the nefarious ones you worry about.
Yes, Rob. No, they're gonna say, "Oh, look, Sasquatch." We got Sasquatch on video.
They're smuggling Osama's beard down here. For anybody who's seen that movie.
Have not.
No, I did see the guy who dressed up as Chewbacca and his kid dressed up as a Ewok go across somebody's game camera.
Oh my God, that's one hell of a thing to do randomly in the middle of the night.
That's what they did.
Like, stuff like that is what makes me think that a lot of the cryptids that they see on game cameras are just some random, like, either teenagers or some really messed up dude who's like, I know where this guy's trails cams are. Let's do something really fun with it.
Oh, it was his buddy's place where he had permission to be there. He decided to have fun with him one night, him and his boy.
Oh, I totally would.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people with the fake deer, the wall mount, and sticking it around the camera.
Yeah, just walk out there and just be all. "Rrr."
What you need is like a Bigfoot hand coming around the camera going like this.
Oh no, you do like the Ring.
No, that's just wrong.
Oh, dude, I guarantee you, the first time that guy sees that picture, he's gonna be like, "Nope, deleting all this shit." He's gonna be like, "I'm moving that camera." I guarantee the minute he sees that on there, he's gonna be like, "Nope." Oh, he'll be
How about
like, "Oh,
bears
hell
go up
no."
and lick the camera before?
Say what?
Bears lick the camera.
The thing is, they don't even see them. They can't. All those game cameras are camouflaged. They like blend.
No, but
into
they can smell it. They just have to see it or whatever it is. If it's making any kind of noise whatsoever, they went up and licked it.
Oh, yeah. Deer. I've seen deer do the same thing.
And bears.
Like
Bears,
I said,
deer.
bears. What I mentioned.
And you got to watch out for the raccoons, because if the raccoons figure it out that it's there, they'll take the damn thing off the tree.
They'll figure it out.
No, they'll chew off the strap.
They're smart.
That's why you usually put up there with a little stainless steel cable and a lock.
You could do the metal zip ties. Those are hard to get off. Oh, now that Rob, that is messed up, but absolutely hilarious. Check it. You could do the same thing with Kool-Aid. Just go out there with the cherry Kool-Aid, like the cherry and the fruit punch Kool-Aid, mix that up and just sprinkle it everywhere.
I actually got something Ian found that you might find interesting, Cliff.
Okay.
It's a double book.
I'm hooked. At least that didn't say on phonics.
No, game. This was basically one for fishing. It's got all kind of recipes for different, fishing recipes.
Oh, it's like a cookbook.
Yeah, it's a cookbook, and this one here is for hunting.
That's
The
kind of cool.
game one.
That's actually
Yeah.
kind of neat.
Yeah, it's got. Ian found this at Goodwill. It's got venison steaks with cranberry chutney, spiced wine, venison sausage, elk and pepper stir
Venison
fry,
steaks and capers.
and they got sautéed bass with lemon dill butter. Crispy catfish with homemade tartar sauce. That one sounds good. Pan-fried trout with pecan sauce. I can't eat that one, but that sounds good. Grilled walleye with fruit chutney. I'm still trying to figure out what a chutney is. And grilled
Salsa.
No, it said Chucky. Chucky?
Chutney.
Is it chunky salsa?
bluegill cream cheese bake.
Isn't that a woodchuck?
Bluegill?
No,
Chutney?
chutney.
Chutney
No, this is
are
Right.
made in a wide variety of forms, such as a tomato relish, ground peanut garnish, yogurt, or curd. So
Okay,
it's basically like a paste.
It's not-
Here we go. Chutney is a spread typically associated with cuisines of the Indian subcontinent, Made in a wide variety of forms, such as, again, tomato relish, ground peanut garnish, yogurt, or curd, cucumber, spicy coconut, spicy onion, or mint. Ooh, mint dipping sauce. That'd be an interesting one.
It sounds like a salsa.
Yeah, but
I
it's
don't
like a really finely. It would be the equivalent of like a slightly wetter tomato paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, they even got one for fish tacos.
Oh, so essentially, wouldn't hummus fall under the category of chutney?
No.
Yes,
That's a whole different ball game.
hummus would fall under the category of chutney.
Well, I've got the grilled walleye with fruit chutney recipe right here.
So it's basically fruit puree. That's essentially what that is like
You
a
got diced
puree.
cantaloupe, white wine, an orange, a red apple. It tells you how to make it on the other side right there. But I've never seen a double book like this before. So
Rob, I swear, I have a feeling that like during October, if we lived close to each other, we would be having a freaking field day.
prank wars, huh?
Oh, I feel like me and Rob would just be messing with people way, way too hard.
Are you the
Way
one of
too
the
hard.
people who like be sitting in a costume like a yard ornament, not moving until someone came by and just jump out at them?
Guilty. Been there, done that. I scared the crap out of like 6 girls one year at my sister's property. Sat on her front porch in my wolf costume, which I'm still wearing, by the way. It's been like 8 years. I'm still wearing the same damn sweater. I had werewolf hands. I was in dark clothes, and I sat in a lawn chair. And I was doing the typical, not like an animatronic movement. So I would like move my head slowly side to side, and then I would wiggle a little, shake a little bit, because you always get that like motor shim. Like when it stopped, it kind of shakes a little bit and then goes the other way. And then I would do like the up and down motion, part of like as it was almost as if though it was part of like a pre-programmed movement scale. And then anytime somebody would come up and get real close, I would just reach out and roar at them or like make a noise, and it would scare the crap. I got 6 girls one time. They were with their boyfriends. There was like 12 of them. All came up at once. 3 of the girls just bolted straight out into the street, like ran across my sister's grass, almost tripped on the bushes.
All right, later, Dan
Be well.
There's
Blake.
Blake.
or Blake. Okay.
But yeah, 3 of the other girls, they like scattered, went around my sister's pillars and tried to run into like the back fence, like the backyard area. They couldn't go anywhere, so they skedaddled like through the gravel. And like 3 of the dudes that were with them at the time, they're like, bro, that was freaking awesome. It's like, you scared the crap out of all of us. I was like, I aim to please, my man. I aim to please. And I could hear my brother, my sister inside laughing hysterically.
I think I'm making myself actually wanting to eat right now with that game. We're looking at those recipes.
Right?
Yeah, especially because they were talking about the trout, and I love butter fried trout.
Oh, by the way, just for those who are, I got some more of them. The blonde Oreos or
I like those.
yellow Oreos.
Jenny can't have those lemon ones.
Lemon ones.
Yeah, Jenny, you mentioned the lemon ones earlier, but Jenny can't have those.
I like the vanilla.
Too much sugar? Too
No.
much sugar?
No, she can have
Citrus.
lemons. Citrus.
She
Oh
can't
yeah,
have
the lemon ones I can understand, but yeah, like these it's the
the
standard
vanilla
like,
ones. Yeah, she can have those, but not the citrus ones.
I don't know if they actually taste like lemon. I don't want to bust out that one yet because I just opened this one because I really wanted Oreos. They were on sale for like, you buy 3, they were like $2.99 a piece. Normally they're like $4 or $5 a box, or like a little container.
Just because I just want to give anybody a heads up where you can get this book, by the way, if you're interested in finding it. It's by CQ Products out of Waverly, Iowa.
Ewa.
In case anybody wants the ISBN number and everything. I've never even heard of it till today, and it's like one of the better finds that Ian's got that we could.
That's actually an interesting book. You're
Yeah.
right. That right there would be actually one hell of a survival book.
Exactly. I mean, he asked me to keep it in my collection, so I'm going to do that.
I will admit it's an odd topic or like a really odd find, but to be honest with you, if that's just solid recipes,
Yep.
now mind you, this is if you actually have access to a lot of the ingredients that are required in order to make that. I mean,
Look at this
still,
one here.
yeah, morel mushrooms, but
It
that
tells
doesn't
you
mean you can find morels.
It tells you how to prepare them and where to find them.
Rob, I don't think it's either. Honestly, I think it's just a random everyday general book of like cooking, and it just happens to be like recipes for both fish and game.
It's just a random weird book
Ooh.
that Ian found. That that's the back.
I guess Dan has to come up and tell us his story.
I'm going to see if I can find something to eat.
I had the link in there. Dan can scroll up and find it again, or I can post it back in here.
I'll be right back. I need to get me some food.
Shots fired. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a good little thing on the book. You give it a little bit of a different flair to it, get everybody's attention.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Like I said, that's an interesting spin for a book. But I mean, you got both fish and game for recipes. That's kind of neat. That'd be one to honestly have for the proverbial one to have for the books. I guess is where you could go with that one.
Like I said, I still have the 1970s Betty Crocker's cookbook.
So do I.
That's still one of the ingredients in there is MSG.
One of the things I could.
That was actually when you could buy MSG in a can.
You still can.
Is it McCormick's that makes it now, or is it just like a regular kind of like just off the shelf kind of thing?
Daughter bought some. Yeah, everybody's all having a fit about MSG and everything else. I'm going, it occurs naturally in tomatoes. Go figure that one out.
Tomatoes also have apparently the highest concentration, I think it was, of like caffeine, which is really weird. Was it caffeine or was it nicotine? Something like it was something really weird.
It's nicotine. There's some in there.
Oh my God, there's Danny Man.
They're damn.
Let's see if he's got the volume on. Does he have the volume on?
Yes, he does.
Okay, good. He's got the volume on.
Oh, good. No echo, too. Awesome.
Oh, Cliff, I was going to show you. This is what Jenny found.
Cheetos Minis.
And
I have not seen a can like that in forever. Doritos Minis. Oh, those are the puffed.
I don't know. Those are just regular Cool Ranch Doritos and minis.
Huh.
Never heard of them till today. But I know you like eating your cheese puffs.
Can't find what Deb said here.
Thanks for the bit of information, Deb. You have yourself a wonderful night, and I hope you are able to get your mode of transport fixed soon.
Yeah, me
All
too.
right. Good night, Deb. Good luck.
Ooh,
You had a
she
message.
mentioned-
You had a message on Messenger from Deb.
I mean, it's just been recent.
She just said it.
I'm looking.
Night, Deb. Ian's allowed me to have one of his Hot Pockets, so I'm going to try to eat one of those.
Want to hit? Who paid for the Hot Pockets?
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Jenny
so they're
bought
not
them
his
for
Hot
him.
Pocket.
Well, she bought it for him, and because I can't eat much, so I needed something. But Dan, when I see you next, I'll show you the book that Ian got. This book right here. This thing's
I saw
pretty
that
cool.
earlier.
Well, I could actually see if they can sell it online because I do have the the numbers. So that might be something we could might be interesting. Actually, I got a barcode with my freaking phone. I have no idea what I did with my phone. What's in the other room? I think. Oh, I gotta beat. Go beat.
Not hooked on feelings, just stupid.
Alrighty, I'm back.
Welcome back. Let's see. Young Hooked on Game. You can buy it on Amazon apparently for approximately $1.87. Oh no, that's a used though. So doesn't look like you're going to be able to buy a newer version of this. So that one is just kind of like a random rare find. Let's see. 2007, Jesus. About $10 if you can find it.
My book.
Yeah, eBay is a $10, $9. Amazon, you can get it pre-owned for $1.61. Yeah, other than that, that thing was out of print in 2007. So rather old and or rare book.
Amazon has it.
Yeah, for $1.61.
$1.49. $1.47.
Yeah, I'm seeing $1.61 because I was just on Amazon's site.
That's still a good book to have. If you
Yeah,
guys,
$1.47. Well, you got plus tax.
yeah,
You know they're
shipping,
going to charge you like $15 just for shipping.
but that's still not a bad book to have, though.
No,
Yeah,
I've
that's
got,
also used. Which means somebody got it, returned it, and it's just been sitting on a shelf.
Rob wants a link to it on Instagram, please.
I'll just throw the link right in here. There you go. I can do it on there. That should get you a better. That's the Amazon site for it. That's where I found it. And just as a random friendly reminder, folks, do not piss off crows. Just because, just don't piss off crows.
Yeah, feed them. Make them your friend. They'll bring you shiny stuff.
Well, this is
Yeah.
a different, same number, but different site. Probably get. I'm not sure if that's the exact same one or not. Oh, that's a little different.
Yeah, 156-832-836. That's the exact same code.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys ready to hear about the shots fired?
We've been waiting this entire time, there, Dan.
We've been here with bated breath.
So I go to the local disc golf course here, and it's pretty heavily wooded. And they got deer out there and everything. But this younger couple shows up, got a kid, stroller, everything. And they go out walking, and they close off. They've got a front parking area, and then you kind of pull around a curve, and then it goes downhill into the park, the main parking area. But they close that off in the wintertime because of the hill and people getting stuck in there. So they pulled up in the upper parking area and then went walking down the road into the main park. And a little while later, cop shows up, and he goes walking back in there. And I was like, "Oh, they did have a small kid with them. Maybe something happened." And a little bit later, I see them meet up. They talk to each other for a little bit, and the guy, kept pointing back off the direction they came from. And then they came back towards their car, and the cop went on down the road. And so when they got up to their car, I said, "Everything all right?" He said, "Yeah, somebody just fired 2 shots at us."
Oh shit.
And it's like, wow, that's unusual because I didn't hear anything. But then I got to thinking, well, I was probably engrossed in, having the headphones on and listening to a video or something. And they said, yeah, one of the bullets skimmed a tree probably about 15 feet away from them.
Oh snap.
And
Wow.
of course, then they leave, and then another cop shows up, and he goes, he pulls up by me. You the one who reported? I said, no, and I just kind of filled him in on what the other people said. And he said, well, I went around to the other side of the park. There's another parking area over there, and there was some guys over there disc golfing. They didn't hear any shots. And so then we kind of chit-chatted a bit. And by the way, all you guys got plugs for your channel to the cop.
Oh snap. Thanks.
But then he went to meet up with the other guy because he finally came back, and he said he didn't see any signs of anything. Of course, it's semi-raining out there. It's kind of misting, fogging. Fog was rolling in. But then, they finally left. And there was still one other guy there that was a disc golfer that was out. And I was like, I might just wait around a little bit, see if he comes back and says anything about shots. And he finally came back and said that, yeah, he had seen them in the woods, but he never heard any shots. So I don't know whether the people just heard a
Backfire.
limb falling, or maybe old Bigfoot himself was whacking on a tree, or if
someone's
there
out
really
there
were
with a
shots
compressor.
fired. So, but yeah, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm waiting for something big to happen. Then I'm going to pop out the cameras and I'll have some footage.
There I was coming around the corner. It was.
I said, don't look, Ethel. It was
Damn, Cletus.
So there was excitement for the day.
No, the thing is, especially when you're in the woods, you might hear a bullet whiz by, but that could be hundreds of yards away from where it was actually shot.
Yeah.
But you would also think in the woods, if somebody was to shoot, you're going to hear that echo for a long ways.
Right.
That's what I said. Maybe it was an air rifle.
Possible, but you're still going to, there's a distinct sound that you're going to hear when those things go off.
Yeah, but not everybody knows that sound.
Oh, I know very well.
Oh, you do because you're an expert in that type of situation, but the average person isn't.
Yeah,
Especially somebody who doesn't get disc golf.
It's a weird buzzing sound.
Yeah, but it's not a gunshot sound.
I've heard some
Yeah, it is unsettling.
pellet rifles that sound like.
It just sounds like something moving through the air.
Yeah, so it doesn't sound like a gunshot.
Bigger round does a weird buzzing, whizzing sound.
Well, like I said, if it was a big air rifle, they would not even notice what it was.
And you'll hear a little bit of a crack because it's breaking the sound barrier.
It's like a cross between like a mosquito and a bee.
Yeah, but then in the woods, you wouldn't really notice it though.
Yeah, but in the woods, it's not going to go far because it's going to hit something.
Unless they was aiming at what they were aiming at, they got hit.
How cold was it, Dan, when it happened?
31 degrees.
No, that sounds
Probably.
probably sounded like a sap freezing in a tree and
Popping.
and popping. probably
So
what
they
they
probably
heard.
didn't even notice it.
I would say it was a fine mist coming down with probably 10% visibility depletion due to fog.
Yeah, it could have been a snapping limb.
Yep, over pressurized because the water inside the cami layer freezes and it snaps the bark.
Yeah.
That's loud.
But I don't know about that it was cold enough for, I mean, it was 31 degrees, but I don't know that it was reaching those temperatures that, things would start freezing because, nothing was, there wasn't any kind of a frost or crystallization going on.
It could have been down there in the hole
True.
because it holds cold a little bit better.
Yeah, not quite freezing rain. But could have been cold enough that, yeah, like Jason said, it might have frozen enough to where it popped it like a frozen water balloon, kind of, sort of. Who doesn't believe in the first church of Chuck Norris? Come on, man.
All hail the beard.
It's a good way to not get punched in the face with a third chin.
Fist, foot, beard.
Because I've heard bark snapping because of the water freezing in it. It's loud.
Or even if a branch got knocked off, it could sound like a gunshot too.
It could have gotten a little bit of mist on it. Could have gotten heavy and gotten a snap.
It's just that it's like 31 degrees, like you said.
Well, like I said, we hear the trees snapping all the time here, and
Well, yeah, because you're surrounded by trees.
yeah. And honestly, it doesn't sound like a shot's being fired. Not to me, anyways.
Now, the scariest thing out in the woods is when you're in the middle of nowhere by yourself at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
And your
And
tree
you're
goes.
still awake.
In your
Every freaking sound sets every hair on edge, and you're like, what is that? What is that? What is that? Why does that sound like it's getting closer?
wheel.
Yes, Widowmakers.
I thought at first I read that as window makers, and I was like, what the hell did that have to do with
I
it?
had to double check too.
Been there, done that. Not going to do that again.
You've been making windows?
I used to. Pella windows and doors.
Or making widows?
Not,
You got officers shooting back at Eggcorns. The Eggcorn cop.
I like what Rob said. And that's why people don't camp with you anymore.
Maybe I am the one making the weird noises at night.
Except for the last week of the last few days of our gathering when the raccoons invaded.
Raccoon party!
It was a raccoon party.
Oh yeah.
Big ones. Bigger than small.
I got at least 2 of them with the slingshot.
Yeah, but they ignored it.
No, I straight hit 2 of them with the slingshot.
What'd they do?
They scampered off, but then they all came back.
Yeah.
Yeah. The buddy's coming back looking for you.
Gonna gang up on you.
They
They
could try.
went to go get their crew.
Gross.
Jeez, everybody's on Instagram tonight. Gee whiz.
Say what?
Everybody's on Instagram tonight.
I'm not.
I just sent some stuff off to Rob about the book, but that's about it.
Back to the roots. Yeah, I think was that one. That one was Tyler doing the greenhouse gardening stuff, right? Or was that back to like where his channel started? the live that he did earlier.
No, he did a new one. He said he was truck camping now. He's got one of those truck topper camper
Oh,
things.
nice.
Yeah, but the
He
thing
said
I
he drove
didn't
all the way down to
understand,
Kansas to get it.
the thing I didn't understand is I thought that white truck was his,
It is.
It is. He went and got a new one.
but then
Got an
there was
Avalanche
another truck. There
No,
was
the other
another
truck was his
there
buddy's.
with-
The red one?
Yeah, but that's the one he climbed up in for the rooftop.
Yeah, that's
camp.
his. That's the Avalanche. That's his.
So who's the Z71?
That's his buddy's.
Yeah, the red one. That was the one he was originally doing his cheap or like low budget pop up thing that he was making with the plywood and the
The one that got stolen.
Sharp?
The one that got
yeah,
stolen.
and then they jacked all the stuff off of it.
But this one's an actual real deal, so he's much better off with this. No, I did ask him, but I must have missed it that he didn't. He got up there and started looking out the window, the door, whatever you want to call it, and seeing all these people's ice fishing, and he didn't have any ice fishing gear with it.
I call BS because that boy should know. If you're going where there's ice fishing, take your ice fishing gear. I'm gonna have to give him crap for that one.
But you can see all the guys ice fishing out there. I mean, I got my ice fishing pole right up here.
I technically don't have one, but then again, I mean, really, an ice fishing pole is nothing more than like a kid's fishing rod.
Well, I originally was going to use a kid's fishing rod, but I mean, literally, my original plan was going to get a thing tangled here. Was going to use this one.
Yep, I got something similar.
It's a little kid's PJ Masks one that we found magnet fishing. We use it for Mac for playing with him. We got a little trinket on the end for that.
Rubber. Oh, nice.
We're literally catfishing, but I actually have a real ice fishing pole right up here, and it's actually pretty nice. Right, I have it right next to my snowshoes.
I don't because again, I mean, it's literally just like a 2-foot pole. That's all you need for ice fishing because you ain't gonna be sitting out there with a 6-foot pole in a freaking 5-foot wide pop-up tent in the middle of nowhere.
I do have a
Ain't gonna fit in there.
I do have a 5-foot pop-up tent. It's called my clamshell ice fishing shelter.
Yeah, I know, but you ain't gonna be sitting out there in that thing with a 6-foot fishing pole because it ain't gonna fit there.
No.
You gonna be you can fish in an ice tent with a 6-foot fishing pole, but that hole's gonna be on the outside of the tent.
Oh, the thing is, it doesn't stop you from catching any fish, though.
No, it hinders the ability to catch a fish because you know when you got a 6-foot pole, that's a lot of arc that you got to yank on that sucker to get it out.
Did you read what Rob just wrote?
Yes, I definitely agree. Also, lighting it while wearing gloves.
My issue is, isn't that on the list of things that are legal, or is that one of the things that is not on the list?
That's probably legal.
That would be shocking if dynamite fishing was the one thing that was legal in the UK. I don't even know what I would do. That would be hilarious.
It would be.
I just see Rob with like walking around with a box of like quarter stick dynamite, and then like cops roll up and be like, "What are you doing?" "I'm fishing." "With dynamite?" "Yes." "Why?" "Because it's not illegal."
No, you have your
All right,
license?
you're on your way.
No, they ask him for his license. He shows it. Okay, carry on.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Be on your way." I'd be throwing that shit down gopher holes.
And the next thing you know, you have the gopher from Caddyshack flipping you off and dancing in the distance. You
Really?
don't know. Technically, I wonder if they could do what's that? Was it thermite? Not thermite.
No,
Tannerite.
it'd be thermite.
Tannerite is legal in Iowa.
It's legal
Tannerite's
here too.
legal in a lot of states.
They raised the limit from you can only use so much to unlimited here in Iowa. So you in Iowa, it's legal to use tannerite. I'm not sure if you can use it for fishing, but it's an idea.
I'm going corn monkey hunt.
I think it would. That's gonna be a gray area because I know you can use them for beaver dams, but however, if there's fish inside,
No,
that's not
people
what a
use them
beaver
for
dam
targets.
is.
They use them for
Crap,
targets.
I cannot use tannerite in New Mexico. It is considered
Tannerite is allowed here in
prohibited
Iowa.
on federal lands. But it says I can't use it on federal land, but did not say that I cannot use it on my own property.
Yeah,
Prohibits the use of exploding targets on see, this is all BLM land. But again, there's nothing on here that says I cannot use it on my own personal property. But here's the thing. Why would I want to blow holes in my property? I mean, it would make sense if I'm trying to make a fishing pond or like a wash. Just throw a little bit of a couple of ounces of tannerite in a hole and watch it go boom. And that's a quick way to make a hole.
get rid of tree stumps.
Yeah, drill a tree stump. Yeah, pop that in. The only problem is you got to worry about the shrapnel at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although, what would you do to cap that off though? Because if you drilled a hole in a stump, put your tannerite in there, majority of the force is going to go right out through the top of the hole.
What a lot of people do is those old tin coffee cans, the little smaller ones.
Yeah, but that's a big hole. But again, when you drill a hole, you have to cap it with something. So the only thing I could think of that you would possibly cap that with would be like a steel plate. But then again, at that point, now you have to worry about a steel plate hitting you and whatever mounting hardware you use to stick that bastard to the stump. And it's not gonna. I mean, look at what a standard black cat does to a soup can.
Oh yeah,
It'll launch it a couple of feet in the air. You imagine what something like 1,000 times the force can do to a piece of metal stuck to the top of it. I mean, we used to do paint cans with the M80s,
yeah.
and that would launch that sucker like 100 feet in the air. And that's a paint can. Paint can is not exactly light. Oh, Rob, trust me, I don't need to ask how you know. Because that'd be the only other way to lock that off would be to epoxy the top of that thing and let it dry for 24 hours.
I'm not sure what. I think they actually use two cans fitted together for target practice. My boss does that over at his farm all the time.
You have to find a can that fits on top of another can. Most cans are all the same size. And then you get the ones that are just like way too big.
The soup cans, the two-size soup cans, they just fit them together. Then they shoot them with high-powered rifles.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, though, with tannerite. Though. Tannerite is fireproof. You can't ignite it with impact. It's only an electrical charge. Sets it off.
What, tannerite?
Yeah.
No, blunt force trauma.
Yeah, by a high-velocity bullet.
Oh, maybe I was thinking C4.
That's C4.
C4, yeah, you can do that with. You can light it on fire with a lighter and cook your food.
Yeah, it won't do anything.
It'll just burn.
Yeah, it's whatever the explosive is. It's mixed with a plasticine, like a kind of like Play-Doh.
I bet it would stink to high heaven, though.
Oh, it probably gonna smell like the solid fuel tabs.
I've been thinking about getting some of those, but the hexamine tabs, this is what you're talking about?
Yeah, solid fuel tabs. The hexamine, solid fuel, whatever. Dragonfire, whatever those tabs are. The ones
Well,
that
I've been trying to figure out which one's the better version. Getting the actual hexamine tabs, or you go like with a Coghlan's brand or something.
Oh, they both smell terrible, regardless.
I don't use solid fuel. I mean, I've got one, but I've never used it.
I wouldn't say a Breaking Bad moment. We're not sitting here cooking Crystal. We're just, a lot of us have some base knowledge on how some of this stuff works, or research or
Or we actually use it for the intended purpose that it's intended for.
History Channel.
And as Jason is a pest, control specialist, he would use that for taking care of rodents.
Oh my God, Roman.
I'm not sure if beaver count as rodents or not.
Beavers are a rodent,
They are
Yes.
rodents. Okay.
but they're also
Basically a rat with a fat
they're
tail.
also considered a fur-bearing
Animal.
game. Yes.
They do have beaver tags you can get here in Iowa.
Rob? Are you kidding me? You can't own hexamine. It's a freaking solid fuel.
But yet you can buy a whole trunk load of cordite.
That doesn't make any sense. You got a high probability explosive versus what? A freaking tab of something that's gonna burn for like 3 minutes when you hit it with a freaking lighter? How?
My question is, what do the English soldiers use to heat their food?
Bushfire.
No, I'm just curious. What do they use to heat their food?
Most likely the heater packs that you add a little bit of water to.
Oh, no, that's an explosive too.
It can be under the right conditions, yes.
No, it is still considered an explosive.
So it's
If
If
it's
you
water-
cut that bag open and pour that into a water bottle and then
I
add
know
a little
what you're talking about. I've done it myself.
Fire Dragon gel now. So alcohol.
So it's basically the liquid version of a freaking solid fuel tab. So essentially it would be the equivalent of like napalm.
That'd be worse.
So they can use napalm to cook their food, but they won't let them use a damn hexamine tab.
Which is more stable.
Rob, you need to move to the U.S. Although,
Well,
then again, I would not recommend doing that for the next 4 years. Yeah, inner sleeping bag squishy times. Yeah, I know what the Dragonfire gel is. We can actually buy that here in the U.S.
CR is confused.
CR, by all means, let us know where we lost you, and one of the three of us or four of us, if Dan's still in here, if he's not doing the dirty over there, can inform me as to what is going on.
Mhm.
Oh, he's still here. He heard you. He's laughing.
Cliff's always good for a couple of chuckles. Too.
Dirty deeds done under the sheets. Dirty deeds.
Yeah.
If you're in Scotland, it's the sheet.
I remember that gentleman got some bad information.
No, I wouldn't travel with anything like that.
How the hell do you explode a shoe with hexamine?
No, yeah. I remember that incident.
Okay, you got to fill me in. I've never heard of that.
That was, not too long after the 9/11 event. A gentleman was on an international flight. He had matches and some of those fuel tabs in his shoe, and he tried to light them on fire while he was on the plane.
That's
I
just
understand.
stupid.
Passengers,
A high oxygen content of the pressurized plane? That's just dumb.
I wouldn't exactly say that's high pressurized. It's pressurized, but it's not like highly
it's not a high oxygen.
high concentration of oxygen. Didn't that guy also have? Wasn't that the guy with a prosthetic leg too? That I remember hearing something about that before. Somebody with a prosthesis went on an airplane, tried to take I think it was like a quarter pound of C4. Like
He was a wannabe
way back in the day.
Yeah, he just got bad information. The guy
Now,
was
what is the actual make of the fire dragon jet?
That's why you have to take off your shoes at airport check-in.
Yep. That's why you gotta take your shoes off at the airport check-in.
What if you're wearing sandals?
Actually, nowadays, because the last time I went through an airport, they had a puffer machine. I didn't even have to take my shoes off.
A what machine?
It's called a puffer machine. You basically, it looks like a metal detector. It's usually about 1.5 feet, 2 feet wide, and you stand in it, and it blasts you with puffs of air, and then it has sensors on it. And if any of those sensors detect any sort of particulates for like gunpowder or whatnot, the damn machine goes ballistic like a fire alarm.
Yeah,
So no ferro rods.
especially with hand lotion.
Right. So, yeah, if you're going to do any sort of flights, I recommend with at least 48 to 72 hours, do not touch gunpowder or any sort of explosive material that could set that damn thing off.
Or hand lotion.
I don't really use hand lotion all that much anyways. But yeah, that thing it will set off a lot of crap.
Yeah, it's like having a sniffer.
Also, don't do any welding and or grinding. That will also set it off.
No acetylene, huh?
No acetylene cutting, no welding, no grinding, none of that.
What if you're using your buddy heater while ice fishing?
That shouldn't set it off because that's basically the gas is being burned off. But yeah, I've never once heard one of those things go off, but at the same time, Denver Airport did not have those at the time. When I flew from New Mexico to Colorado, that's when I went through one of them sniffers. So that tells me before down here at the airport, somebody has tried to get through the damn checkpoint with that shit.
Oh, nowadays we got to get the new star thing on our licenses in order to fly.
Oh well, that's the whole point of the real license. Is the real ID is for. I'm
What's
sorry, you're telling me that the only difference between my legal ID issued by the freaking state and me being able to fly is some dumbass little 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter wide freaking gold star? I'm sorry, is this kindergarten?
Probably.
Like, how is my ID it's literally issued by the state government? How is that not a legal form of ID to get on an airplane?
I've got to update mine. They didn't
I
have that.
updated mine last year. It shit pissed me off.
No, I updated mine 2 years ago. But the thing is, they instituted the Real ID starting the thing last year. So which means in order to get a new Real ID, in order to fly, I have to renew my entire license.
All you need is 4 different formations of identification. You need anything mailed to your house that you've been there for at least more than 6 months. So like a bank statement, any sort of bill you have, you're going to need a birth certificate and then I think like one more random ass thing and then you're good to go.
Well, I had to get a new copy of my birth certificate because mine got lost in a storage unit. But I just reordered it, so it should be coming in the next week or so.
There you
State
go.
ID.
Yes, I'm going to get a gold star. Because if I want to go visit some of these people further away from home, except for this guy.
Yeah. I would
I have
be
to try.
currently at the moment, I would be incredibly wary of getting on an airplane,
Oh, yeah.
considering how many we've lost, and it's barely February.
I plan on taking a train to you, Cliff. I know it's not close to where you're at, but I want to take a train that direction.
Well, as odd as it sounds, there have actually been more train crashes, train derailments, than there have been airplane crashes. But then again, if you think about this logically, there are more airplanes in the water than there are submarines in the sky.
That is true. And also, you don't need a real ID to take a train.
You just need money to take a train. They don't even ID you on a train. They just as
No,
long as
they're
you
saying
pay for the
there's
ticket,
one thing you
you're
don't
good
need
to
a
go.
real ID for is a train.
Ooh, that actually did not put that on.
Well, they just did ours last year, Grace, and they're requiring it by May of this year. Ian's gotten his because he finally got his ID.
Yeah, basically at this point, the entire U.S. has been. They're basically starting to force everybody to get one. It's like so when you renew your license, you have to get your real ID at this point.
Which is really weird. If you've had your license uninterrupted for 10 to 15 years, you should automatically be put on there, not having to add anything else in order to get it done.
It's about control.
I've had mine. Well, I technically haven't had my real ID for years, but I mean, I've had my license since I was 18. So, I mean, once you're basically 18, you're considered a legal adult.
No, but they shouldn't have to require you to add additional information to it when you already have that information in the system.
Yes, I know, which is stupid. But what it
Yeah,
really is, it's like Jason said, it's control. So it's a way for the powers that be to decipher whether or not you may or may not be travel ban worthy or not travel ban worthy.
Yeah, but probably for the
Speaking of
what is
ID,
it, the FAA to have access to all your
your license expired.
Personal record.
background information,
You know that?
No,
they needed that additional information, and that was
I
just
don't have the star on mine because mine was pre to it being required here in Iowa.
yeah, but it was probably their way of secretly getting it by the public that they could look into your background.
Background. You do realize that majority of the states and or government bodies have acquired your information by the time you're 6.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
as soon as you put your name in for a Social Security card, they've done it.
Well, you automatically get that when you're born. But there's like a quintillion
But
different.
you got to apply
combinations.
for it, though. Your parents have to put in for it.
But here's the funny thing though. Every kid that has been within, it's like the 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade, always somewhere around there, they take you specifically to either a jail cell, a police station, for some sort of prison, and they make you stamp one hand on the pad in order to let you in. That is a form of technically identity theft or, well, invasion of property, because now they have your fingerprints on file for the state and not just what they have on record for your birth certificate.
That made me think of something. Remember? Okay, this is a Marvel reference. It's like when they were trying to ban Nick Fury from getting into the system because of his picking out his
Ocular problem?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that they said that he had his retina scanned. They took off the one that they knew about. They didn't take off the one that was already bad. So he still was able to use that one. What if someone lost their hand that they scanned initially, and they only had the other hand?
Fingerprints should more or less be the same on both hands. Unless you're a mechanic or a welder. Which is why those stupid fingerprint scanners do not work when you work for a welding company.
Oh, did you see what Rob just wrote?
Yes.
Yep, we can own firearms, Rob.
I can own firearms too. The problem is, afterwards, the 3rd-degree burns are not exactly fun to deal with.
You don't have to have a firearm to get 3rd-degree burns. Look at you, or Jenny, for that matter.
Sir, I am still look at that. No damage. I nearly blew myself up, and I have no damage.
Jenny was wearing a
I am
skirt when
fireproof.
she had hers on. When Jenny got hers, she was wearing a skirt.
I was wearing a. What is? I don't even know what the hell that material is made of. Basically, the minute you get fire near it, it melts like almost
Polyester?
instantly. Polyester. Melted it to my shirt. Not this one, but one of my older ones.
Ian, they actually changed the laws about 18-year-olds to 20-year-olds can now own and purchase handguns.
Yeah, legally at 18, you can buy a shotgun.
No,
because at that point you want.
Not shotguns, handguns
You
now.
can still buy a handgun at 18 because most states register you as an adult at 18.
Yeah, no, they did. They had it banned. They just found that unconstitutional and they reversed that ruling. So Ian can go down to the Brownells store and pick up a handgun now.
Well, a lot of states used to be at 16. You could buy.
Yeah, I remember that when I was a kid.
Shotgun. Yeah,
I need to get me a new shotgun anyway. So,
I gotta see if my sister still has hers.
well, she's
I
probably
got
gonna
one of the
go.
old ones. That some bitch has 7. That some bitch holds 7 rounds.
That's not bad.
No, most shotguns nowadays are like 5 rounds, and you gotta reload. That sucker was 7 rounds. That's
Well,
a
by law, if you're
long-
not hunting, you have to have a plug in it. So you
Say
can only
what?
hold 3. By law, when you're out hunting, like ducks and birds and stuff, you have to have a plug in there. So you only have 3 rounds that will fit. 1 in
Oh,
the
that-
chamber, 2 in the tube.
That's some BS right there. What if
They've
a
had that
bear
all
pops
years.
up on you? I suppose if a bear pops on you, it's best to have a 44 mag on the side belt. That way you can
Uh,
really piss the bear off.
Jason, we don't have a legal limit here in Iowa.
What in the shotgun?
Nope.
Here it says 3 on it,
That is Texas.
and I know
That's not Iowa.
Nebraska has also got the 3 rule.
Well, Iowa doesn't.
Actually, wouldn't mind getting a shotgun. Fairly easy to buy. I mean, you can get a shotgun for like $250, and that's a 12. You can get a 12 gauge shotgun for like dirt cheap.
You can get one for $110 off Colorado State Armory.
Dan, you're in the chat, right? You can actually use those things you call lips to voice things. Voice.
There's no magazine capacity limits. Iowa does not regulate the number of rounds a shotgun magazine can hold. And no permit.
The problem is, I would really like to get myself a hold of a military shotgun because those things are like 8 or 9 rounds.
I have no clue on that one.
Because they do not want their guys to run out of ammo in case they have to have a firefight with a shotgun. Those shotguns, by the way, are long as hell. You're
It
looking
depends
at
on what gauge you want to go with too. So
you're looking at like a 3-foot long shotgun from end to end, which is why they'll hold like 9 rounds.
well, I'm going to go with a. Dang it!
Oh, by the
Although
way,
to be fair, I wouldn't mind having a shotgun with a barrel, or I mean not the barrels. Well, obviously it has a barrel. No, the round magazines or the drums. A shotgun with a drum.
I don't see those anywhere on my site.
15 to 25 rounds of drum for a shotgun. You ain't running out of ammo anytime soon.
by the way, Hatsan is now able to sell their shotguns here in the U.S.
Who is?
Hatsan.
Hatsan.
I have no idea who that is.
The air rifle company Jason's always talking about.
They actually started out making firearms first. Then they went to air. They got some really nice.
Didn't BMW do the same thing? They started off making. No, it wasn't BMW. Who was it?
BMW was an aviation company.
No, there was a company that started off. It's now a car manufacturer, but originally they started off making firearms, and I cannot remember who the hell it was. That's gonna bug me until I remember that.
Colin will find it.
Puget made firearms. Okay, there you go. I think that might have been. Oh, what is it? No, it was
GM Motors.
Oh, there was a Harley too. Did the same thing. Harley or an Indian? I think might have done it too.
General Motors is the one that started off that way.
All right, guys, it's 10 o'clock. I will catch everybody on the next live.
Bye, Jason. We will
Be
see
well,
you
brother.
later.
I'm
Night,
gonna
Molly.
bow out.
Bye.
Hi, Molly.
Get out there and slap a rat.
Have a good night, everybody.
Pickles.
Cucumbers. Oh, we lost him too.
Damn, Dan. He just slid like peace and was like,
He stealthed out. I'm
Dan
getting
bailed
close.
like a fart in the wind. He was just gone.
I had a nap, so
I'll probably go for another 30 minutes. I'm actually feeling pretty decent tonight. I'm tired as hell, but I don't care. Topic's been kind of interesting.
yeah.
Plus,
I thought-
Rob is still in here, so it makes it interesting. The other Rob 2, Double B is in here, so
Rob 2, Rob 1. You got what? 1B, 2 Bs.
2B, 1B, 2B. Yep, and Deb is still here listening. Awesome. Well, she's still on. Fuck, I forgot his damn channel name. Jesus Christ. Says I'm too tired to remember things.
Well, is Nicole still here, or is she gone?
She probably fell asleep with her phone on. I know how Nicole is. She said she was here for a little bit listening and then was about ready to start something. Let's see. Oop, there it is.
I don't see where. Okay, Grace was here. Well,
Trust me, Grace is still in here. She's probably listening in the background.
okay. I saw a comment where Cecilia mentioned something, but she didn't say she was leaving. So I don't know if Cecilia's still here.
At this point, probably Cecilia probably already fell asleep or bailed on us. Which
Because at 9:30 she was laughing. And that's the last thing I saw.
Oh, see, Cecilia. Oh, she says we are still here. So Cecilia and her other half are still here. Grace
Okay.
is still there, and Des is still there.
Oh, he's got RLS. He's got to walk.
So he's got really long shits.
No, I think it's.
Yeah,
not sure
I'm pretty sure I can figure out the medical term if I really sat there and thought about that. But the RLS, to me, Dan, I'm just giving you shit. It's really long shits.
Restless leg syndrome.
No.
I actually, I was going to show you this. This, like I said, this is what Ian found me brand new at Goodwill.
Ooh.
I actually like the
No,
fact that
I thought that was a Velcro patch. I was like, you could change that out for something.
no,
better.
no, no. This one's it's all. This is a real.
Yeah, it's a sewn on.
No, well, yeah, but the thing is, that's the backside of it. It's stitched right onto the material.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a sewn on patch.
And this thing still had
Cecilia's making tea.
was still in a bag when we found it. I got a couple other things, but I'm not sure if you'll be interested in seeing those or not.
We'll wait till Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday.
Well, you're not going to be here on Tuesday. You're never here on Tuesday.
No. And apparently I found out this week that Joe is going live on Tuesdays now. And I'm like, I
Garden
can't
State
miss it.
Gardner?
Yes, he's going,
What time?
he's going live on Tuesdays. I
What time?
noticed that the other day and I was like, bro, I can't
It's
go
usually
live on
Jesse.
Tuesdays. I'm already priorly committed to another thing for on Tuesdays.
Well, this month I'm going to be on Talk Studio because $9 is a lot cheaper than 44.
Well, yeah, $44 is like $37 more than $9.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I'm just here. I did it for 1 month. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue doing it, but it's still cheaper than what I was at, and I was out of time for my StreamYard anyway.
Too many people going live on Sundays. I don't know if I'd be able to make that one, Rob. There's like 4 people that keep going live on Sundays.
Dan's starting to go do Sundays. Dan
I
is,
know Dan started last week. We used to go live on Sundays. It used to be Joe, but because he's taking his channel in a slightly different direction, he's still doing the gardening thing, but he's doing more stuff that's other ways. But he's still, like I said, he's still doing the gardening thing.
is it like a homesteading thing now, or what?
No, sorry. Where's my mute button?
Take a drink. Take a drink.
If you do the occasional live, I might be able to make it. We just have to specify time. Everybody wants to do live on a Sunday. Why?
Not me. I'll stick to my days.
Somebody take it
on your
Tuesday.
guys' channels.
Actually, it doesn't matter. Nobody take it Tuesday because, again, I'm booked like 6 days a week.
I
Try to
did.
catch whoever's live on Sunday, but
I
half the
got the
time. I'm
original
like,
Devil
"Oh,
Dogs channel today. I was kind of surprised on that.
I can't make it to be honest, I can't, to be fair and honest, I can't make it to a lot of lives because when a lot of these guys go live, I'm at work, working.
What about Mallory? When did she go live?
Normally she would go live the first weekend or first Wednesday of every month, which is normally why I tell Jason on Wednesday that I may or may not, be here fully. I may be running back and forth. She didn't do one last month because I believe she was ice fishing that day or out ice fishing, or she had the girls. If she's got the girls, it makes it a little harder for her to do lives because she's got to pay attention, she's got to care for the children.
Especially since the girls are getting, close to being teens. One of them is anyway.
Yeah. They're getting there.
And she's going to have her hands full once she does. Now, I know, but I think it was still Wednesdays that she does them. I just didn't sure if she was going to start, since she's popping back in lives and stuff now, she's going to be like what Tyler's doing and try to start being more active.
Well, a lot of her content, to be honest, from my perspective, only because I know this, is due to the fact that right now she's on a slow content run because she is still waiting on permits to build her house at the Eco Village.
Okay.
So
now, I'm not
that
sure
I can say because I do have 100% confirmation on that.
You mentioned that one before, I believe. The one I'm a little worried about is Tyler. What he's going to do.
My guess with Tyler, I have to watch the 2 videos that he did today, is he'll go back to doing what he was doing originally. So hopefully we might see some more e-bike content. We might see some e-scooter content.
Bushcraft content.
More bushcraft stuff, more camping, what he used to do. Which, if he does that, that means we may or may not see more content from Mark, which I need to get a hold of that fool, see if his ass is still alive.
He pops in my channel from time to time.
Yeah, he popped on mine a while back, but I haven't seen him. Yes, Tyler Woods.
Yep, that's the one. Him and Izzy are no more.
Oh, I knew that months ago.
Well, I don't, I don't pry.
I don't pry either. I just ran across that information on one of his videos, and I was just
by the way, before we go tonight, Cliff, when we get in the green room, I got something to talk to you about. It's going to be happening. Something's going to be happening in the next month or so. It's kind of serious, but I need to talk to somebody other than my wife about it.
Okay.
It's not about my house or my health or anything like that. It's something.
Is Pepper having another kid?
No.
Okay.
Not about my kids. No, it's something else. But I'll talk to you, when we're not live.
Gotcha. By the way, how did Jenny handle not having access to PlayStation Network the other day? The whole network was down for like 48
I don't think she was
hours.
on. I don't think she was on. She does other games too, because she's got her, her phone that she was probably on TikTok or something.
Yeah, it was. Everyone was freaking out because it's like I had like popped on and it was like PlayStation Network is under maintenance. I said, okay, I'll just watch Netflix, and I just didn't give it.
I think that's what she was doing. I think she was actually on Disney Plus. For that. She was watching movies on Disney Plus.
I don't know why everyone is freaking out just because the network was down for like 36 hours. I'm like, bro, it's happened before. That it's literally system maintenance.
Well, the thing is, if we actually have something like that happening, we do have access to a ton of DVDs.
There's Netflix, there's the Disney Channel, shit, there's Crunchyroll.
But you don't need
Hulu,
Wi-Fi
Hulu.
for DVDs.
Don't need well, I mean, that's if the power grid goes, or well, if the internet goes down. But the internet wasn't down; it was just PlayStation doing a massive update.
Right. No, I just Ian actually picked up something I thought was interesting. He picked up the first season of MASH.
Oh wow!
It's a DVD box collection of the first season.
Nice.
It's here. I'll show you. It's right here. Oh.
That is 100% correct CR, but I prefer the method of 3 is more than 2 is 1.
Well, now that I have 3 is 2 and 2 is 1 is on my
No,
flash.
3 is more than 2 is 1.
See, first season.
Nice, which means they have the original, well, the first version of, I think it was a Honeycutt. No, Honeycutt was the main one.
No, that was Trapper, the first season.
Yeah, he was the only, I think he was the only character that actually swapped out like halfway through.
Yeah, there's only 3 discs, and the first one's got picture of Hawkeye.
Yep.
The second one has got Radar. The third one is McLean Stevens, Colonel Blake.
The one everybody was giving shit to.
It did cost $5, but it's worth it.
Oh
though.
no, $5 for like a $45 box set.
That's still not bad. And it's got some special features and stuff like that. You can view it with or without the laugh track.
Oh, I would definitely go without the laugh track. You don't really need the laugh track to watch that stuff. That stuff is hilarious as it is just watching it.
Right. Though hard to believe this still ended up in the Smithsonian Institute, along with Radar's teddy bear.
It's an 80-year-old teddy bear. Shit.
4 is more. Well, like I said, I mean, I found all 3 of my Olights. So I'm actually kind of surprised.
Yeah, you need to put lanyards on there or learn to keep putting them in the same spot more than once.
Well, thing is, I knew I had 2 of them. Then a third one popped up somewhere, and I'm not sure where it came from. But I'm happy. I've got all 3. Now I can put one in one bag, one in another bag, and one in my pocket.
2 of them.
Huh?
I said, I'm pretty sure my ass sent you 2 of them and you bought one because you lost both of them.
No. The little rechargeable is Ian's. He took that.
Yeah, I sent you 2 of them. I sent you the little one and then the big one you just had. I'm pretty sure I sent you 2
That's the one
of those.
that I had when the little end piece got cracked, and then it might have got lost in my old minivan when I went on a thing with Tyler. So I bought another one that I misplaced.
Glue and air. CR says glue and air tag on it. That's funny.
I would have to try to touch a Apple phone. I would never do that.
Yeah, Apple devices are garbage. I'm sorry for whoever owns an Apple device. You're better off trying to buy a house for the damn price of a phone.
And the fact is, by the time you get it updated, it's already obsolete. They have a new one coming out.
Yeah, within like 3 months. Plus, Apple has the highest grossing amount of useless freaking apps on their device.
And once the new one comes out, the one you have is obsolete.
Yeah, and I agree there, Des. Yes, MASH was an awesome show.
It's one of my favorite shows, and I nickname myself Radar for a reason. Because I'm also I'm an admin and medic, just like Radar. And I'm also from the same area his character was from.
Yeah, but he was more like office personnel. He never actually did anything medically wise.
No, he actually, when they were doing the triage stuff, he's the one that was doing the, make sure everybody's in order. Not as much as Klinger did. Klinger was even more so good, but then again, Klinger actually made sergeant near the end. So Hogan's Heroes was okay, but with what's his name getting killed didn't help.
I know nothing.
I loved Sergeant Schultz, which is really funny. The two main Germans in that show were Jewish.
That was funny.
The one who played Klink was, I believe, he was in a Jewish concentration camp.
Do you know who the biggest Jew in TV is?
Mel Brooks?
Raymond's brother.
Who?
Raymond. You know the TV show Raymond? The guy
everybody
who
loves
played
Raymond?
his brother. Yeah, everybody loves Raymond.
I never
The
liked
guy
that
who
show.
played his brother is literally the biggest Jew. He's like 6'4", 6'6", something like that.
Okay, let's see. If we're going to do...
We're not. This is just where this went momentarily. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck on this for the rest of the night.
No, I just had a little bit of Schultz trivia that people don't usually know. What was his profession before he became drafted?
No, I showed it like a couple of days ago when I brought it home. My apple tree. Oh, $18 stick. Yes.
If you know that one, you are a true
Oh,
fan
almost fell over.
of Hogan's Heroes.
I'm 100% alcohol induced today, and I just don't care because fuck tomorrow. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. Also, didn't want to go to work today.
Hey, Cliff.
Well, you'd definitely be able to see where you're going. And then when your batteries run out, you're going to be SOL because you have used all 3 flashlights.
Well, these were all on low. I didn't put them on the high beams. That would really suck.
That's what I like about these little ones. These little AAA ones, they got a high and a low beam.
That's what these are, just high and low. I got them on. The first ones you saw were all low beam.
And then there's this little guy.
Actually, Dan's got a gardening question for you.
Wait, I thought he left. I thought he went to go walking.
What was your latest harvest? If
Technically, herbs. I don't know why they call them herbs. It should be spelled URBS because nobody pronounces it as herbs. Herbs sound
except the British,
like a 1970s neighbor.
but the British pronounce the H.
Again, sounds like a 1970s neighbor. Like, Mom, my neighbor is. Hey, Herb, how's it going? How's the wife?
So technically,
doing? How's the kids?
Technically, that's not Herbert T. It's Herbert T.
Herbs.
It's
I'm
Herbert
gonna
T.
start calling him Herbs outdoors to give him shit.
Or you just call him Herbert.
Rob, trust me, I know you guys like to use a lot of the letters except for the letter T. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, he's actually he's walking and talking.
Oh, he's on his walk, so he still has us on the phone. But yeah, no, essentially my latest harvest from technically my greenhouse would be my herbs, which was garlic chives, and onion. Oh, sorry, and basil.
Yeah.
Because I have 2 big old basil plants growing fairly well right now. And I cannot wait to get them outside in their respective pots where they will actually do way better. Because once I get them outside, those plants are going to go crazy.
Oh, Jenny acquired a new plant. A little micro pot about that freaking big, but actual ceramic pot about that big, and some seeds from somebody at work. Came in and gave her a bunch of seeds.
Ooh, interesting.
Not edible. They're just flowers, but still.
Ooh,
I have
got
a new twist coming for Herbert tea in the spring. Okay. So it's Herbert tea.
No, it's going to be Herberta tea.
Herbertha?
Herberta.
No, we're going to call her Birdie.
Ah, Birdie. Yeah, Birdie. Berta Tea Outdoors. Berta.
What
Alberta.
means how wide? Oh, it's like that tall. It's a little teeny little pot about that big. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
they're like 2.5. It's like a 2.5-inch pot. They essentially look like this.
Exactly.
Plastic cups. That's really what they are. They're like
Oh,
little micro
That's
pots.
a good one, Grace. Herbal tea
Herbal
outdoors.
Tea Outdoors. Now that would be an interesting channel name to change that for a year.
Oh man, that's a good one, Grace.
He'd be out there growing like chamomile and stuff.
Hey,
Mint. Oh
maybe
man, I'm
maybe he's
looking
doing some of that
forward to my mint this season.
that chaga or the chaga tea that people make nowadays.
You have to find chaga. Chaga is a fungus on a tree, essentially.
Yeah, he's out in the woods a lot.
Yeah, but chaga's not exactly easy to find, though.
Yeah,
You have to
gotta
know what
trees
you're looking
first.
for.
They have them here. It's been found here, but
Yeah, it usually grows on birch trees.
which we have here.
Grace says, Dan, you so need to do an herbal tea video. That would be interesting. And Grace, by that standards, what version of herbal tea are you referring to?
The legal herb or the illegal herb?
That's what I'm asking.
Actually, no. Give me a second. I'm gonna see something. Ian, come here.
What?
Someone had something. Everybody. This is the guy who found the book. So what do you tell him about that book?
That's an interesting find and would be one heck of a survival book.
So, yeah,
Well,
good job, bud.
Mm-hmm.
It made me hungry. That's the reason I was looking through the freaking thing, and it's like it's not too expensive on Amazon, so that's not too bad.
yeah, but again, it's like pre-owned, so I don't know how that condition
Well,
is
this
going to be.
was this one, not my region, but my region there is Dan. We have birch here.
Dan, you're what, like an hour and a half north of freaking Colin?
No, he's actually way east of me.
He's in South Dakota, right?
No,
Southern
Dan
Canada,
is in
North.
Illinois.
Oh, Illinois.
That would be Scott is in South Dakota.
Gotcha. That's right. I haven't seen he hasn't popped on tonight either.
No, well, I didn't send him a message you were on either, but I usually do.
His ass knows damn well what time I go live. Been going live at the same time for like the last year. Stinker.
Oh,
Dan, when I visit Illinois, I will at some point because I have family moving over there soon. When I'm able to visit, we will have to. Hopefully, we're not too far away. We'll have to schedule a meet and greet, or just sometime we can hang out, maybe go fishing for a day, or hell, just shoot the breeze and have a beer or two. Shit, I don't care. And to just spend a day hanging out. I'll make you laugh so hard you piss your pants.
they
Make
do
yellow
make
stuff.
it. It's called cannabis tea. Just letting you know. It's a thing.
MJ Herbal Tea, and just let me say, I'd know if it was a thing.
It is a thing.
I don't know. I didn't know Michael Jordan made herbal tea. I know exactly what that stands for. I'm just being funny.
They call
Haha,
it weed
Derek.
tea.
Might be a strain.
He's in Central Illinois. I know where he's at, but
My brother-in-law's farmland. I would have to look up the address again.
how many acres does he end up with?
40?
That's pretty good for Illinois.
Good little bastard. Oh, yeah, he owns 40 acres of farmland.
That's expensive farmland too.
technically it's like 36 acres because a lot of it has like water rights running, like it has like water running through the property.
That's even worth more then.
It's a very odd shaped piece of land. And like it's really weird because like one corner, like the back corner of it is actually owned by the adjacent farmer. So it is a very funky shaped piece of property. But yeah, because my eventually my sister wants me to go out there to help her get set up on a gardening, which is really funny considering she married a fucking farmer. But she wants me to go out there to help her with stuff. Yeah, I got no problem with it. I'll spend a week out there in Illinois.
You probably
I
need
might
more than that.
drive or fly. I haven't quite decided yet. Because I think it'll take me about the same amount of time to get there as it did to get to the Iowa meetup.
That's a little further on, but yeah.
I literally got to the freaking campsite like 5, maybe 10 minutes after Jason and Molly got there.
I had to wait for Jenny to get off work.
Now, mind you, I also got there essentially driving by myself. Jason and Molly literally could have gotten there probably the same, well, during the same trip, but they decided to stop the same as I did and get some freaking sleep.
Right.
That's one of the advantages of having a co-driver. If you have two people to drive, you can just drive while the other person sleeps for 4 or 5 hours.
I just looked at the average price for that much land in Illinois. That's not including the water rights and anything else that goes on.
He's sitting on like probably $200,000 worth of land. More?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Cliff,
500, wow.
5 times that, at least.
He don't drink tea. Herbert does. Herb, HURB. Herb.
1.6 is more precisely the number, Cliff.
I would assume that would be dependent on location.
Average cost is 1.6 for 40 acres.
You're sitting on a damn freaking landmine. Here's the funny part. As I told my sister, I was like, I want like 3 to 5 acres, and like they have this like one little weird corner spot, like it's got like a line of trees, and then there's this like weird diamond shaped, almost like a baseball field, like section in the back corner. I told him, I was like, I want that section back there. I want to do whatever I want back in that corner.
Would you move there though?
Fuck no.
Even for free land?
Not really. Dude, they're like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like it.
One problem you probably have to deal with is that you have to get used to actual winters again.
That'd be fine by me. It wouldn't take me more than one season. The winters down here don't bother me. It gets cold, and it gets cold down here, and the thickest thing I wear is a sweatshirt.
No, be well, CR.
All right, night CR. He actually stayed way longer than he was supposed to.
Oh yeah,
by like 40 minutes.
Yeah. He was supposed to be
actually
out an hour.
By like an hour, because he said he was going to be the bottom of the hour. He said he was going to be out. Now he's still here.
Yeah.
I love you, CR. Appreciate the content watch. I'm still sitting here drinking.
One of these days, we may or may not know his real name. You do.
According to a text post that I got from him, I think that guess that I had a couple of weeks ago was correct.
Put it in the private chat to make sure, because I remember I was there when you said it. I just can't remember it.
Started with a T, but anyways, I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, and then Rob. I got to go see a man about a bush.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's after the bottom of the hour. You're 2 minutes over there, CR.
My sinuses are being weird.
Yeah, I can't find out that post that you and I discussed. It's been a while back. Cliff's sinuses are going wonky.
Yeah, but CR, wasn't that like an hour ago that you said that?
Yeah.
I can scroll up and find it, but
I'm actually in a size 46 now. I just got new 48s. Now I'm in 46s. Pants wise, I'm happy.
learn to get the smaller sizes before you get the bigger sizes.
Well, I'm going to get them as I need them because I can't afford those to buy ahead. So I'm happy.
That's supposed to be an L, but apparently my fat fingers are punching the wrong buttons.
Which kind of plants you got growth on?
Oh, I have growth on all kinds of plants.
Well, I mean, give me some examples.
Onions. I have my potatoes are starting to pop up.
What about your corn?
I've got basically everything in my greenhouse is green. I don't have anything brown in my greenhouse.
You got any corn going or no?
I do. I have 2 stalks of corn growing in there.
What type?
Corn, sweet corn. I think it's sweet corn.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got lemons on there. I've got Mexican.
I've seen the lemon ones, but yeah.
Oh my! I've already got like almost 3 or 4 Mexican limes that are about ready to harvest. Are
you going to do anything with them, or are you just going to just?
Yeah, we do. I do all kinds of stuff with them at the house.
Are you going to use the seeds? Is what I meant.
Yeah, it's why I got like 6 pots germinating with them in there.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I've lost 3 of them out of the like 8 that I originally had. 2 more popped up in another pot, so I've already replaced 2 of them that I accidentally drowned. But I think I have, 2, 4, 5, 7 of them right now, still. And I still cannot remember if I planted 2 or 1 seed in each one of those potters.
I remember you saying that before, yeah.
And I still, even after this, even today, I cannot physically remember if I planted 12 seeds or 6. I would have to assume that I put 2 in each pot to ensure higher germination rate, because each one of the pots so far has germinated 2 stems. So 6 planters. I have to assume at this point that I put 2 seeds in each to get them to go. I am still trying to keep them alive. I will see what they do. If I can transplant and transfer them into individual pots so they can grow bigger, I will do that. And hopefully at some point I will have the option of maybe potentially selling them for $15 a piece. Even at $10 a piece, that's still $70. And if I can continue to do this, I can buy cheap planters. I buy planters all the time when they go on sale. I get them for $2 a piece for some of the 6-inch planters, or like $1, depending on where I go and when I see them on sale. I kid you not, I have like 24 6-inch gray planters that I don't do anything with. They just sit there in the property. Like they're just here. The only thing I got to do is drill a hole in them. I'll sell them for 15, like 10, 15 bucks. Planter and all.
Now
Just
you
whatever.
got to make sure to keep windows cleaned out.
The proper spelling of that word. I fat ass typed a couple of extra letters, but yeah, he did not deny it, but did not confirm it. But that's let's go back to that one. So yeah, I've got lemons, I've got limes. I'm waiting for the citrus plants to come in because I need another key lime plant. I have lost 2 of those in the last 2 years. I've lost lemons and limes. And I'm talking regular limes, not the Mexican limes. Mexican limes are little tiny limes. I want the standard limes. God, my sinuses are killing me right now.
Now
Like-
that gives me an idea.
Like the standard limes are the ones you would get at like the bars. Like, lime slices or lime wedge or lemon wedge.
Right.
I'm
Limeade.
waiting till that plant will get that big. My lemon plant, mind you, in another year or two, that thing is going to be massive. It won't fit in my greenhouse in another 2 years. I'm probably going to have to make its own containment unit or whatever for it. Or however I'm going to have to do it. It might fit in the 8x12. But if I put it in there, it's going to take over like a 4-foot section all by itself because those plants are getting ridiculously wide. It's usually recycled material, so it'll be like paper, cardboard, stuff like that. You're talking about it's a good thing I got a whole stack of these bastards right here. You're talking about little planters like this, right, Dan? Like these little kind of cardboard looking recycled planters. Essentially, really what this is it's just basically compressed cardboard. Yeah, that's essentially what this is. It's basically shredded material, and they pour a certain amount into a mold, and they just mold stamp these. What I do recommend with these ones do not have the hole in the bottom. What I recommend doing is you can take either a knife, a pen, or a drill bit, pop a hole in the bottom. So essentially, I'll just do it with this. So you just take this and you just pop a hole in it. That's actually thicker than I thought it was going to be. Shit. So you can see that the pen is in there. Now, I recommend doing it the other way, popping it through the top. But essentially what this does is it allows for a little bit of drainage, and it also allows for the tap root to penetrate this and get bigger. And at some point, once the roots are more established, the roots will actually biodegrade this. Because I'm going to tell you right now, all of the testing I have done over the years, these things naturally take forever to biodegrade in the ground on their own. So pop a hole in the bottom, get that tap root, and within 1 to 2 years, it will disintegrate. It will just break down over time. But it does take about 2 years. Even the ones that they make out of like the cocoa core, like a coconut husk, same way. It takes like 2 years to break this stuff down. The BS stuff on these ones. Like these are the Coco Core ones. Kind of similar to like the Coco Core. Actually, yeah, these ones are Coco Core. So yeah, these ones are made from natural cocoa fiber. I got hair all over these things. I'm trying to keep this shit off my desk. But natural coconut fibers. These ones are not too bad. But like the burpee ones, I know a lot of those come with like a rehydrated mesh. It comes with like this mesh bag that's around those. Peel that damn thing off. Once you get them hydrated, peel that bag off. Those things they take like 4 years to disintegrate. I don't know what material they use, but I have dug those out of the ground from dead plants after 2 or 3 years, and that netting is still around the rehydrated, constituted little pack. I don't know why they do it. Personally, I think it's really annoying. That's probably one of the biggest grievances I have about those little reconstituted tabs. If they just made them the way they were, compressed, and then they would just heat up and uncompress, it would be better if it did not have that mesh bag around it. Those things are irritating. Plants don't like it either. Almost every one of those that I've seen that have used, the plants will not grow through it. I don't know why. I have not seen much grow through those. So they are a stubborn plant. But yeah, essentially this is basically just like wet mesh, like wet cardboard mash, and then they just mold form it in a press.
Well, this is what Jenny got.
Yeah, see, those little ceramic pots are good, but you have to put something under them, otherwise they will leak everywhere.
Yeah. But this is what she got. Someone gave her some zinnias.
Zinnias. Those are actually very beautiful flowers. They will bring butterflies and some small insects. I cannot remember if they are bee pollinators or not. They might be it'll tell you on there, usually on the front.
I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, the roots get trapped in those little bags. I don't know why. If it's like a really aggressive plant, it doesn't bother it. But like anything with like a soft root gets stuck in there.
I got to wait for the last frost date here in Iowa before we touch these things outside.
This is why I recommend, once again, when you get these little pots, pop a hole in it. That will allow for that tap root on the plant to go through there and get bigger.
One thing I like about these, though, Cliff, or even all pots that are similar to this, made of this material, you can use these for baking bread in.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't do it.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly functional as a.
I still wouldn't do it.
Why not?
I just wouldn't do it because your bread's gonna stick to like high hell to that thing.
If you use like an oil, on like you gotta grill your bread pans anyway.
The minute you put oil in that container, you will not be able to use it for anything else other than cooking.
Yep, terracotta. Thank you, Grace. But people have used those to bake bread in before.
Yeah.
I've seen friends of mine do it at fair all the time.
Yeah, you get if you have terracotta pots, yes, specifically for that. I don't necessarily know if those particular terracotta pots would be viable in an oven without possibly exploding or leaching chemicals into your food. Again, I am not an expert on this particular matter because I don't normally use a terracotta pot to cook food in.
But they got to be unglazed. That was the biggest issue. If you get them glazed, then you might have an issue.
If you get them glazed, there's a possibility of them exploding.
And you also have to season them with a layer of oil and baking them in the oven at a low temperature.
Yeah, best way to do it, my opinion, is the same way you hydrate them, or like you do. What are those freaking chia pets? Soak the bastard in water for like 48 hours in oil. So basically, fill a pot with oil and soak the pot in there. Let that thing completely saturate every pore of that container, and then cook it on low heat.
I'm just trying to see what it says there, but yeah. They're basically descended of the first clay pots used for baking. So they still make terracotta baking dishes.
Yeah, I've got we have a bread pan, a bread terracotta bread thing like that my parents
Yeah,
use every
same,
once in
same.
a while.
But I mean, I know people who have done it at SCA events. They make their own big clay ovens,
Yeah.
and they put these kind of things, and they make bread in them, and they sell bread for like a couple bucks, whatever it is. They sell it a piece. I brought my own bread. I didn't have to buy any, so. Yep, that's what they said.
Oh yeah,
But they-
you'd never submerge a terracotta pot in water because if
No.
you're using a terracotta for baking, you don't want to put that in water because if you put that in the oven, that some bitch will explode.
Just wipe it down with some oil again and then reuse it.
Yep. It's similar, I guess, in the ways of like cast iron.
Right, very
Once you get
similar.
it seasoned, nothing's going to stick to it.
And the thing is, they're a lot cheaper than cast iron.
But at the same time, I'm like, the only option you have for most terracotta pots is this freaking shape. So if you make a loaf of bread, that's the shape your damn loaf of bread's going to look like. It's going to look like an ice cream cone.
Well, it's
Or
gonna
ice
it's
cream.
gonna have a muffin top, literally muffin. It can
Yeah.
go muffin.
You're gonna get that ice cream cone bottom and then that fat overflowing top to it. It
But it's
looks
still gonna be
good.
good bread, though.
Basically, essentially, you're cooking what's going to look like a mushroom.
Yeah, but it's still good bread, though. I don't care what you say. I've had some. It's good. But the thing is, the fact that you can find them in a garden center, this is the big thing, Instead of having to go-
I mean, they're anywhere between $3 to $8 or $3 to $15, depending on the size of the pot.
Yeah, well, they don't. You don't you need the little ones about that big.
Yeah, the 6-inch ones are more. That's about all you need, 6 to 8 inches, and
Because you
I
can
think
fit a
that's more
lot
than
in your
enough bread
oven.
for 2 people.
The lady that I talked to, her and her husband run the bake oven thing. They had the big wooden paddle to slide them in and out of, and like your pizza thing. I don't know, is it a spatula or whatever they call it,
They're called pizza peels,
or paddles or whatever.
Pizza paddle, or it's basically a giant ass oven spatula.
That's what I thought it was, and they use about 20 of them at a time, and they have to rotate them in location because if you're too far back in, they might overcook, and they just shift them around a bit.
Makes sense.
And then once they do that, they pull them out. Like, it doesn't take long, they said. Especially you don't realize they basically have to fire a big freaking fire in it for like an hour or so. But
Oh yeah, you have to preheat the entire thing. 'Cause if you don't, you will burn stuff. It will stick.
and they have a little, I guess, there's just a lot of practice, making bread and pies and cakes. They've done all that kind of stuff in there. Brownies were very popular, but
Gee, I wonder why.
not those kind of brownies.
Mixed with a little spice, and everything is nice. You make one spice brownie, and everybody wants a loaf of bread. Why does this bread taste so damn good? Must have been the brownie.
It's the little herbs and spices they put on top of the bread, right?
Yeah, usually it's like rosemary. There'll be a little thyme on there.
Right.
It's really funny. The seasonings that anybody would standardly put on a loaf of bread when you're doing an herb cook or when a cook like that is the same ingredients you would put in Italian seasoning.
Pretty much. And crave tacos.
I've got the munchies. Why do I have the munchies? Must have been the brownie.
No, but the fact is that it was really good bread. The fact that they made it in 6-inch versions of these.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I would think anything between 6 and 8, anything like 6 to 10 inches, because I think once you get to the 10-inch pots, it's just too much bread.
Oh well, they said 6 inches was the right amount for the size of the oven that they made.
Oven.
Yeah, they made that oven on site when they got there.
Ooh, interesting.
And they basically carry the frame with them. It's got a metal frame that they attach all the plate to, and then they attach all the thing and they fire it up, and
So they probably so basically what they're doing is they probably have the framework and then they have fire bricks that they stick around or inside of it.
Fire bricks are on the bottom,
Okay.
but,
Yeah.
but they carry all that stuff on a big trailer that they can do all this stuff on. So it's really interesting the fact that they have I think they had 3. I was in the back of a line. I was like, do I really want to stand on a line for a half an hour to get a fresh baked bread? I was almost
Hell yeah.
but it was like 5 a.m, so I don't know.
I know for a $2, maybe $3 loaf of like 6 or 8 inch loaf of bread, hell's yes.
I've had a piece of it. It's not bad.
Did you think about it? Even if it comes out looking like a standard mushroom, you cut that sucker dead center down the middle or as close to dead center, you lay that thing flat, and you have 12 to 15, maybe 20 slices. I'd probably say more like 12 slices of bread, half slices, mind you, but that's enough to throw an egg on or some cheese.
Toasted with homemade jam. Oh my gosh.
A little bit of butter, maybe some honey.
Oh, honey butter was a popular thing too. The SCA events are just you've been there.
They're fun. They are definitely fun.
And they know how to cook. I will tell you that. They do. I'm not sure if this person had their Pelican for service or not, but they were really, really good at what they do.
Again, when you go to, like you said, when you go to a lot of these SCA events, these guys have been doing it for decades.
And they are masters of what they do.
They have everything from the bottom of their camp to the top of their camp to cooking and washing down to an absolute science.
Oh, yeah.
If
They have to be
don't do it,
inspected,
they
which
don't
most
have
people
it.
realize. Modern health inspectors have to come in and check their gear, and they pass with flying colors every year.
Yeah, and the sad part is they're using basic, almost like caveman style stuff, but as long as you have sanitation, you can pass.
Oh, yeah. The last inspector I remember, they ended up staying for breakfast afterwards.
Yeah, sometimes it happens.
Because you
Got a
can't.
guy out there. Hey, Jenny.
Hey,
Fresh, hey, love, I'm sorry about your purse. I got your thing out the show, Cliff. He says these are great for bringing in butterflies and bees.
I'm not 100% on the bees. Normally they tell you on the package if they're like bee friendly, but I know those will bring in butterflies.
Well, it doesn't
That's
really.
fine.
It doesn't say anything about bees or butterflies.
It'll tell you on the front of the package where the picture's at.
No, it doesn't show anything. See?
So
Nothing
then
there.
that's probably just that'll most likely bring in your like butterflies. I have
It's a semi-dwarf Pomelia MC, whatever that is.
let me check because I actually have zinnias in here in one of these
Thank you, Bob. They actually started us on a whole thing about baking bread in those little pots. Not that pot, but the 6-inch ones.
It's only because you brought out the little like 2-inch planter that you have.
Jenny says they make little mini cupcake sized.
That's like a bite-sized cupcake right there. You need at least a 2 or 3-inch one to do a decent cupcake.
You've seen those mini muffins everybody goes after. It's the same size.
Yeah, it's like a 2-inch muffin.
Matt, come here, bud.
I just realized it's not going to be in this container because this is not flowers. This is
Mac has got a new accessory.
Oh, does he got a collar?
He does. Got
Smackus, attackers, a crackers, a whackers, a smackus.
and a belt.
Meow.
He's got a high-vis green collar with belt. Because he
My
keeps on
ass,
getting out. We want to make sure.
I'm literally trying to find my flowers in my freaking food. Where do I have? I know I have zinnias in here somewhere. Here we go. Cut and come again. These are usually. Jesus Christ, this was 2020? Good Lord, it's already 5 years old. Bet you $1 I can still get them to grow.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
I still got a ton of marigold seeds, which is a plus because I need to get some of them planted this year. Oh, I never got these planted. Shit. Yeah, I got like 3 packs of these freaking zinnias. But yeah, even these ones. But also these ones are all 5 years old.
Yeah, but does it say anything about the bees or the other things?
No, because again, these are 5 years old, so they don't have any of the information on there. A lot of the newer stuff will tell you whether if for like pollinators, if it's good for pollinators, butterflies, and whatnot. That thing is so old it doesn't have that information on there. But I'm pretty sure it's like butterflies, dragonflies, and maybe probably pollinators, so bees.
Well, I just found out something really interesting, that the terracotta pot thing, they actually have to soak it in water before you bake.
You have to soak a terracotta pot in water before you bake?
Yep, as it's baking, the water gets pushed out by the heat as it bakes.
That's interesting. I guess that would be one way of keeping it from sticking, maybe, or adding a little bit of moisture to the bread so it
Nice,
doesn't burn.
Cecilia.
Night, Cecilia. Have a good one. Thanks for staying this long with me. I hope it was a good chat for you, and we will see you next week.
So it needs to be soaked in water for 15 minutes before use to avoid cracking. It also should be placed in a cold oven, and now that's different. I don't know how it would work in a clay oven. That's a whole different setup. I don't know how that would work.
So essentially what they're telling you is you have to cold soak it for the time, basically in order to get all the bubbles out. And then you stick it in the oven while it's basically you preheat the terracotta in the oven while it's warming up.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
I'm not sure how to do the clay oven thing because, like I said, I never watched them start to finish on those. I just know that you could smell that thing from half up to a mile away.
When you're cooking like 30 loaves of bread, you're gonna smell that for forever.
Oh man! Now I crave fresh bread.
Yeah, my parents have been trying to cook fresh bread, but they keep having issues with it. I don't know what's going on.
Are they using a bread maker?
We have a bread maker, but we're having it's a new one because the old one died finally after like 15 years.
I think we have one somewhere, but Jenny's got baking bread pans that she wants. I want to get her some cast iron bread pans.
Because of the fact that I've been working in a pizza restaurant for like 10 years, 11 years, actually almost 12 years now. I would prefer to just randomly make my own bread by hand and then cook it that way.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know what I'm doing. I just need the ingredients and I can mix it and go that way.
Oh, we need eggs, flour, milk, and salt, and yeast.
Kyle? Who the hell is Kyle? I say Colin, Dan, Grace, Celia, you all have a great evening. I think she meant Cliff, maybe? I don't know who Kyle is there, Des. You're killing me.
Thinking about, okay, she got Herbert down.
Yeah, she got you, Dan, Grace.
Cliff.
I thought I was figuring. I was like, who the
Okay, Kyle. Your name is now named Kyle.
Des, go get some sleep so you can possibly, maybe, potentially feel better. Oh, yeah, got you. No worries. Thanks for listening.
I'm getting done too. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm about to head out anyway. We're at 3.5 hours. Dude, Desiree named me. That's great. But anyways, folks, we are gonna wind her down here. We are hitting a 3.5 hour mark. I was trying to keep this at 2 hours, but yeah, that did not happen. So, as always, my lives go longer than hell because we end up with good topics here and there. And Des, no, you're fine, dear. You're good. No worries. I'm not.
You just call him Kyle every time you see him now.
No, I don't want to be called Kyle and then Cleef. Freaking.
I don't know where that one came from.
That's Rob giving me crap.
Then I think Grace said it once.
Grace started doing it now too. Y'all are killing me. But anyways, folks, I do appreciate each and every one of you for stopping in and watching tonight. Colin, Jason, Molly, Grace, Blake, Dan. I wish Scott was here, but we missed a few. Blake,
Rob,
Amanda never showed up.
We had both Robs.
Both Robs. Tuck and Okay, who else popped in? Well, I missed a few, but anyways, good folks. Thank you for joining in. Do me a favor on that way out. Hit that thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And we will see you guys on the next one. This is going to be Foxit Outdoors and Kincaid Outdoors signing off. Until next.